Hello and welcome, hello. Here we go again with Death Gate, a game that actually is the promise of the long adventure game. We got another similarly long game in Veil of Darkness, but this is going for longer even. I think it would have lasted much longer, Veil of Darkness, if I selected full combat apparently. Yeah, that game apparently has some items. I'm discovering stuff on my own. It has some items, Veil of Darkness I mean, that spawn only... Yeah, this sounds like I'm in 32. Yeah, sounds like yesterday. Yes, restore. A dwarf, save me please. Oh, right. The undead dwarf knows the way into the catacombs. He is waiting in the cave near Celestia. Yeah, I found him. I have him with me. Doggy. Pet the dog. Perfect. So, look at the map a second. I have to go straight this way. Yeah. But yeah, that game apparently gains some extra items that raise some hidden stats if you play on full combat. I have read the manual that I have for Veil of Darkness and it's wild. It's wild. You are in one of many passages that run through the palace foundation. A stairway leads up to more populated areas.
I thought you might be coming back here and you might need me. The rest of my people are on their way to storm the palace. I came ahead to aid you. I hope you don't mind. I see you're climbing in the social circles.
Oh man. Yeah, okay, so you're here too. Nice. Talk to you.
Yes, my friend?
Let's talk to you.
So where's everyone else? Where are your troops? Or are you a one-man army?
My people are infiltrating the palace as we speak. As long as they don't have to confront Clytus directly, they'll do fine. His guards have been relying on their ruler to protect them for too long.
Okay, you think they're complacent and weak? We'll see.
You'd think they'd catch on to that secret passage after we'd been wandering through it all day.
Clytus's guards are too complacent by half. Even after our escape, the passage remains accessible. If I had any respect for Clytus's intelligence whatsoever, I might conclude that it's a trap.
The dwarf's been through a lot. Give him a break.
I think he's had a few too many breaks already.
No! Break those bones! Like...
That's all. We'll talk later.
Sure. It's not like I've got anything else to do.
So, can I go up here?
The Colossus! Break the rune! Break the rune! My lord commands me!
As soon as you open the door, something lights up to the dwarf's mid-eye. He screams, "The Colossus, break the rune, my lord commands me." Totally beyond reason, he pushes you aside, charges into the catacombs. The zombies shuts behind him, catching his rotten shirt in the door jamb and tearing a piece of the cloth off. His footsteps echo as he runs deep into the maze. Door screams appear to have alerted the guards at the top of the stairs. You hear some questioning, guns, and loud stomping. Oh man. Can I take the cloth? Okay, look at the cloth.
Someone has entered the catacombs without authorization. The Dynast is coming. Wait for Clytus. He's the only one who knows the way to the catacombs, and he wants this intruder himself.
The cloth is old, rotted, old and very smelly. You would be too if you had been wrapped around a dead dwarf for a couple of thousand years. You're the stomping and rustling at the top of the stairs. No one comes down, however. It's not until you hear that you understand why. For some reason, Kratos a person interested in you. Oh shit. You have been... Oh no. The guy just went on his own. Well...
We've got the stinking rebel trapped now. Only Clytus knows the way through the catacombs. He'll be here in a second to track that lowlife down and kill him. You hear me, rebel? You're going to die!
Oh shit. What the fuck do I do? I wandered back at the beginning. Hey dog. Use the magic on the dog. Wait. Talk to you. You can try to get the principal no matter how hard you try. Stop occupied by your pursuers. The commotion toward the beginning of the catacombs. You have to design the guards to stay back and watch the entrance while he enters to take care of the problem. You assume that this means you. Uh-oh. Can I possess you? Maybe this is the way. Come on, doggy. Okay. Smell. Smell the arch. Okay, no. Can I go forward? Lick your body and the catacombs. If you lost your way, you'll never be able to turn your soul back to its home. Shit. Told to... Your nuzzle your motionless body. Okay. The footsteps get closer. From the sound of it, there only one pursuer, but he's running. He knows the catacombs well and is gaining fast. You wander around. No. How the fuck do I do this then? Wait. Show the cloth to the dog. You hold the cloth in front of the dog. He sniffs it and lowers the skin nose to the ground. He ears your cap and he points to the north. Okay. Okay. The hint is to do that. So this. You hold the cloth in front of the dog. He sniffs at it, then lowers his skin nose to the ground. He points to the north again. You're in a dimly lit chamber with an ancient catacombs. The dove sneaks a bit and then points to the north. The footsteps continue to pound behind you, very close now. Alright. You're in a dimly lit chamber with an ancient catacombs. The dove sneaks a bit and then points to the west. Points to the south. That's fantastic. You make it sniff once and then it's automatic. Points to the west. Points to the north. To the north. You're in a dimly chamber with an ancient catacombs. The dog sniffs a bit and then points to the north. It sounds like your pursuer is right behind you. North? Does this make sense? Okay. Sniffs a bit and points to the west. Right? North. 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 A huge stone spire rises from the pool of lava. Its surface is covered with the ancient mystic runes of the Sartan. Alright.
Patron, I knew you would be trouble. I should have killed you when I first had the chance. And the young prince as well. It seems that I have been far too generous lately. I'll have to rectify that.
Oh man. The Sartan lifts his scepter. That piece glows an intense red and explodes into bright light. Fire rips through your body, leaving no more than a fine dust. Okay. Let's go in here then.
The Colossus! Break the rune! Break the rune! My lord commands me!
Okay. That's the same. All the same to me. Take the cloth. Then enter.
We've got the stinking rebel trapped now. Only Clytus knows the way through the catacombs. He'll be here in a second to track that lowlife down and kill him. You hear me, rebel? You're going to die!
Alright. Show the cloth to the dog. North. Then Savita points to the north again. North. West. South. West. See, this is amazing. North. 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 West. North. 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 Huge stone spire rises from a pool of lava. Surface is covered with ancient mystic runes of the Sartan. Footsteps continue to pound behind you, very close now. Shit, I cannot look at anything. Can I talk to you? Shit. Unravel illusion on the magic rune. Spell unravel illusion. See if I can do it, come on. As you trace the runes in the air, you start to sense the wrongness of the Colossus. The roots of his magic, the containment rune was broken and then covered up with an illusion. Your spell carefully unties the deception until the illusion completely unravels and falls away. What remains is a hole in the center of the containment rune where an important line should be. Without this line to complete the rune, it is powerless and has been ever since the piece of the Colossus was removed. Okay. Let's put that piece inside the hole. You place the copy of the headpiece on the hole in the containment rune. It slips inside smoothly and firmly. The lines carved on top of the headpiece connect with the remainder of the rune and complete the spell. Immediately the rune begins to glow. I have this from another book of necromancy or another, or was it this one? Yeah, I wrote it down. I have to unravel the illusion placed upon the Colossus. Need to create a rune in the same shape of the hole to fix the Colossus. So that's what I have and that's what I use. The Colossus magic is being... immediately the rune begins to glow. It isn't very bright, but you sense that the spell is working. The Colossus' magic is being held inside the spire. None is leaking out as it did before.
Patron, I knew you would be trouble. I should have killed you when I first had the chance. And the young prince as well. It seems that I have been far too generous lately. I'll have to rectify that.
The Sartan lifts his scepter and holds it dramatically in front of his body, but nothing happens. He tries it a few more times, staring in disbelief. The prince laughs, draws his sword, and pounces on the confused dynast. Cletus doesn't have sense enough to scream, but looks bewildered by the sword wound left by the prince's attack. It topples into the moat of lava surrounding the Colossus as the powerless scepter falls from lifeless fingers.
So, Hablo, you are a patron. I know about your race. Balthazar taught me well. This should make us enemies, but you have helped me. You have helped my people. Perhaps you did this for your own reasons, but I owe you a debt of gratitude, and I still consider you my friend.
The prince steps over and picks up the scepter. He hefts it in one hand while he holds the sword in the other. He looks at you somberly and says that.
I thought that this was my most valued possession. Now I know that I value my subjects, my world, more. I want you to have it, to make certain that you do not forget us. If Abarak is to survive, we must be linked to the other worlds, and you are the only one that can do this.
The prince reaches behind his neck, removes the pendant there and hands it to you. Ah, yes!
Take the seal piece. Go back to your ship, through Death's Gate. Save this world, Haplo, my friend. We need you.
Alright.
Now I must clean this palace of the filth Clytus left here. My people should be in position by now.
He nods, then walks away back into the catacombs. So, and we lost in the process. Hey, doggy. Stay clear of that, eh? Looks at the pendant. The Prince pendant is a miniature replica of the entire world seal. It has the naming runes for all 4 realms and the Nexus. I can look at this place. Yo. A dwarf is lost in the mines. Do you think it went in there? That would be unfortunate. Let me just cast magic on the cloth. Significant on the cloth. Let me just identify this. Pendant is a magic. A huge stone spire rises from a pool of lava. Its surface is covered with the ancient mystic runes of the Sartan. Shit, I had to move really there, eh? Also, some is the same. Colossus. The Colossus rises from a round pool of lava in the middle of the room. The stone spire is covered by Sartan runes, too complicated to follow. One large rune in the center attracts your eye. The runes are faint but steady. Colossus is no longer losing his magic, but too much damage has already been done. So, that's something I can... look at the rune. A large rune in the center of the stone spire is the focus of the many spells placed upon it. The symbol is the spell that contains the magic inside the Colossus. Keeps the Colossus magic from leaking out. Since the hole has been filled by your copy of the original, the rune is complete and functional. A pool of lava surrounds the Colossus like a moat. A small bridge allows to access its front, including the larger containment rune. What is this altar? An altar against the wall is home to the seal piece of Abarak. Like the Colossus also found in its chamber, it was undoubtedly created when the world was formed, thousands of years ago. Interesting. This metal seal piece is described with the name and rune of Abarak, a word of stone. It's a crystal fragment, wait. When you look closer, you notice that the crystal object is a fragment, a piece of something larger. It's naturally octagonal and has the name and rune of the word of stone carved into it. You guessed that it's a fragment of a copy of the entire word seal carved from crystal. Is it part of this? Is the Colossus made of crystal? You press the crystal fragment against the Colossus, but it doesn't help the spire's failing magic. Can I take this? You slip the seal piece from its honor place. Okay. Because I can keep this stuff. I've got the entire world seal prince. Open it? No, close it? Play with it? No. I think that's it. You went to the catacombs to the entrance. Can I go up? No, up I meant. Can I go up? You're a skirmish at the top of the stairs. The prince's men are clearing the palace of Kratos and trench forces. You decided it's better to avoid those conflicts. Okay. Nothing. Okay. Well, seems like it's time to go then, and I will do so. Okay. I have 4 or 5 things though. Beautiful. So now Lords are the Sartan are good. Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be difficult to parse. Can I take this? I have the replica. I shouldn't give him the replica. Let's talk to him normally. Huh? Let's not risk it. You produced a stone seal piece while recounting your macabre experiences on Abarak. Quite unexpectedly, instead of focusing on the large number of surviving Sartan there, Zar asked you to elaborate on the art of necromancy, even asked to see the spellbook that shows the spell.
It appears that these Sartan have done our job for us. By using necromancy unchecked for thousands of years, they've decimated their own race. I'm sure it's fair to assume that there are only a few stragglers remaining in the other realms, like your Zifnab, if any are left alive at all. The survivors in Abarak don't sound strong enough to resist us. In fact, they are in the midst of a civil war. Once the world is reformed, the resulting chaos will be perfect for our army to walk in and destroy both sides.
I don't want to do that though.
You've done your job well. There's only one world left, and I hope what you will discover there will be no surprise. Many coffins filled with dead Sartan. If you haven't already, take the amulet that your prince was foolish enough to give you and transfer it to your steering stone. Go to Chalestra and bring back its seal piece. We're very close, Haplo. I can feel it.
This is
You said that it was necromancy unchecked that killed the Sartan. Does that mean you'd consider using it with limits?
Do you understand the potential of that spell?
Oh no,
whose
man.
numbers never diminish, whose members get stronger after they die. What force could stand against it? Naturally, we'd have some other deaths to compensate, but they'll be manageable. After a few skirmishes, the mere threat of our army would be enough to enjoin surrender. Then we wouldn't need to use the spell anymore. Until that happens, there are always losses in war.
I don't think I like that.
Prince Edmund placed his faith in me to save his world. That's why he gave me the amulet.
This is from the race that consigned you to an eternity of torment, and he asks you for help. Are you seriously considering his plea? Look at his situation. His people squabble among themselves like mensch. Even now, they are in the throes of a civil war. Naturally, he wants you to help him. You represent the greatest threat his kind has ever known. He must not have realized what his amulet would mean to us, but it is our responsibility to take advantage of it.
I don't know, man.
You don't just represent yourself. You are the vanguard for our entire race. Don't let your emotions get in the way of your mission. I'd hate to have to cut it short. Look deep inside yourself. You'll find that you are a patron. You were whelped by the labyrinthine fires of hate. Hate for the accursed Sartan that put you there. I can trust you, Haplo, because you are a reflection of me. You are my son, as all patrons are my children.
Have you learned anything new about the 6 Sartan devils that you were researching?
It happens that I'm very close to finishing my research. I have linked 4 of the devils to the spells that they were responsible for, and the other 2 aren't long in coming. Unfortunately, one of those 2 created the Reformation spell, so I cannot stop now. That's the spell I really need. The ones I uncovered, the original sundering, something called the interconnection, etc., are useless to me. But
Wait a
as I
minute.
said, I'm very close.
No, the interconnection cannot. No, wait. The reformation spell cannot be done without the interconnection, dude. You're gonna kill us all. I cannot say anything to you.
That's enough for right now.
You're still more powerful
I'd like
than
to
me.
talk to you later if you don't mind.
Very well. I'll be here.
That's a problem. That's a problem, because if I do this, is he stronger than me? Identify him. Resisti. Zara is one of the most magically talented patrons in history. The magic coursing through his veins almost glows with potential. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a little problem to have the cloth.
That's nice, Haplo, but I don't...
Okay, that's the same thing every time.
Very good. With this pendant, we have access to all 4 of the realms. Once you've transferred it to your steering stone, your ship can reach the final realm, that of water.
Ok. Rune transfer it then, eh? Ok, doggy. Can I give you this? Next is dependent sometimes, but on show my history is independent. Ok, ok. Wear it. You sleep the pendant over your head. Not the pendant. Pendant. Function is getting close to the gate. We cannot figure out that one yet. You're already wearing it? Okay. Let's try to wear it. Use magic on the pendant. Rune transfer. A stone. Apparently, there is no other place here, right? Well, here we go. You call on the power of the steering stone to take you through the death gate and into Celestra. Word of water. And here we go again. I'm not giving him the Book of Necromancy. If he hadn't taken from me, I'll just check now. Upon leaving the Death Gate, your ship is surrounded by water. A light from an underwater sun glints off the crystalline domes of orbiting moons. Underneath the nearest, you see an entrance, so you guide your ship inside. Oh. This is a lot of water. This is the sun. Alright. Oh. Ah, here they are. Yes, I didn't give it to him. This I'm wearing. Good, good. Your ship has landed on a beach which rises to a dark cave in the rock wall. A shimmering city lies to the west. You notice that the stone you're holding has started to glow a faint green. Those tingles a bit in your head. Oh. The Ifnab stone is remarkable in shape, somewhat rough. Glows a slight green and tingles to the touch. Okay. Alright. The water stone glows. They said to crush it when it's time. So now? Not now. Let's go first into the cave. Actually, let's look around. Look around, look around. Look at the water. To simulate a small self-contained lake, you know from your travels that it empties into the sea that envelops the entire world of Celestra. Spending is the same. My ship is the same. Cave. You see huge, sinuous tracks leading in and out of the cave's mouth. Some debris, including a bone or two, lies strewn among the tracks. I cannot see the city from here. So there is some danger here. You walk towards the cave, but as you get closer you begin to feel fear now at your insides. You felt fear before in the labyrinth, but not like this. There's nothing around to inspire you such terror. But every step you take toward the cave makes you want to close your eyes out. Before you're halfway there, you collapse on the ground. Magic, you reason. It must be magic. So I cannot go. It must be magic. I have to figure that out. If I go this way... Oh! It glows even more now. A thick wall surrounds a city-sized glowing dome. In front looms a gate upon whose door is a huge graven spell. You get the distinct impression that you are being watched. It glows with a strong green color. Just touching it sends needles of pain through your skin, as if in warning. Look at the spell. You recognize the spell from Balthazar book. It is a warding spell designed to keep out foreign magic. Unfortunately, it's also keeping everything else out, including you. It's the ward. A glowing translucent dome covers the vague form of a city. Rock pile. Some rocks lie in a natural pile near the gate. You pick up a rope, then another, until you are staggering under the weight of them all. Finally, your strength gives way, and all your rocks fall back into a pile, coincidentally resuming the original position and shaping a new pile, identical to the old one. That's funny. Description of it. Can I use the bottle to put the pile? It's a rock pile, not a clear bottle pile. Sorry. Okay. Look at outside city. No. I cannot see anything. Can I squeeze it now? Crush it! You press on the stone with your might but fail to even dent it. Oh shit. So, Balthazar's book, is this it? Looks fairly new. Yes, it's this one. What is the thingy then? Balthazar. Ronzi. No. Session. Is it this? What is this? Sun creates a shield that repels any foreign magic, remain uncertain to its original purpose. The diagram of its constructor is as follows. The wording spell has a long history. It's a wording spell. Using this ability, the process for long and tedious. This is the possession spell. Unravel illusion. The Exodus. Nothing here. Nothing. Okay. Okay. Waterstone glows. So it's the same as the wording spell. Use the spell on the spell. Identify. It is a word. How do I do an unword though? A spell word is graven onto the city gate. It maintains a magic shield around the city which prohibits foreign magic. This includes any magical spells, objects or creatures, which includes you. What if I can use this? Okay. I don't know what to do. Is there one here? Cloth. Put the cloth on the rock pile. Okay, it's a rock pile, not a cloth pile. Can I use the stone on the rock pile? You carefully place in a stone on top of the rock pile. As you set it down, the glow fades a bit. You don't dare take your eyes off it, because if the glow left entirely, the stone will look like every other rock in the pile. To keep from losing your favorite stone, you snatch it from the pile. Can you see something that I can't? My dear doggy, I have to understand. What do you see? Smell the spell. Smell the magic dome. Smell the rock pile. You don't see anything different, huh? Where am I? Wait. Here I am. Touch me again. What the fuck happened here? That's a dog. That's my dog. What? The dog is looking at you with longing eyes. Why is this so glitched? Pet the dog. Look at... Why is it here? Is this a glitch? Oh man. I wanna restore. Okay. Okay. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Identify the magic dome. The dome is the result of a word spell. No foreign magic can enter its boundaries. You are nothing if not made of foreign magic, so this includes you. Wait a second, significant effect on the cave. Let me just try possession on the dog and see if I can see some tracks. Something special. Smell the cave. Look at the cave. Can I go in? The same man terror forces you back. Okay. This is complicated. Alright. Shit. I don't get it. It seems like I can get these stones. Ow. Use the stone on the rock pile. Put the pendant on the spell. Put the pendant on the magic dome. I don't get it. Remove the pendant. Remove the pendant. Then try... No. Put the share on the city gate, on the spell. On the city gate. On the spell. Hey, hey, hey. Maybe because I removed that, it's not dependent. It's not dependent. Do I still wear it? You're wearing the black robe. Remove the black robe. Alright. At least I removed that. No. Yeah. I remove the black robe and keep the pendant. Shit. How do I do this? Use magic on the spell. Unravel illusion. Let me try to unravel illusion here. No. This is complicated. This has gotten complicated. I don't see how do I get that. Use. You put a little of the salve on your chafed wrist, they heal before your eyes. Okay. Start a bit of salve over the worst of your wounds. They neat and heal right before your eyes, you end up feeling much better. You don't have any wounds that require healing. I did have wounds. I did have wounds. Can I pick this up? Pick. No. Do I have wounds now? Ah, shit. So there is a wounding system. I wonder if being completely healed would allow me for a different solution to puzzles. No. I need to absolutely unravel illusion here, maybe? On the dome. Spell. Look at the spell. A spell from Balthazar book. It has a warding spell designed to keep out foreign magic. Unfortunately, it also keeps everything else out, including you. Cast magic on the spell. Cast it. I don't understand. I cannot... Okay, this glows less. Go here glows more. And I cannot go anywhere else. This is a puzzle. This is a puzzle now. We got one really difficult. Okay. What do I know? This looks like this. The book is... this. Read it. Award. The wording spell has a long history. Don't know if it has ever been used in Araknie. Structure as follows. Wait a fucking second. Can I do... I can break it if I do some silly stupid thing like room transfer with this. It's magical, the word resists your spell. While it's possible to identify one spell into another by adding on another rune, the addition of this rune will change the word spell into nonsense. Okay, I found out the secret maybe. I found the secret after thinking really hard. Rune transfer. Maybe I can create a different spell with this. You transfer the symbol from the rune bone into the city gate. Immediately the rune appears at the end of the spell, modifying it from a powerful word into a possession spell. Since the possession spell has none of the qualities of a warding spell, indeed this is a very useless spell to place upon a city gate, the magic dome falls away to reveal the glistening capital city of the Sartan. The sight takes your breath away. You find it very hard to regain your lost breath as you are struck by a wave of terror. All the glimmerings you've experienced before, these are nothing compared to the fear that grips you. You've never, ever been so afraid. The sheer emotional impact throws you to your knees. Blood rushes in your ears. A shriek emerges from the depths of your being. In the labyrinth, you always use your fear to advantage. It made you quicker, smarter. This fear is unreasoning. You can't control it, you can't use it, you don't even know what is causing it. Wild-eyed, you almost break your neck swinging your head around, trying to spy the source. It is a longing coming. A black talon claw strikes your back and sends you spiraling into the sand. You twist around but cannot rise. You stare into the blood-red eyes of a dragon. They show you your death and you can but gibber in response.
Ah, a patron. I hope that if I let you live and watched for a while, you would succeed where I have failed for so many, many years. And you have. You have opened the city to me. My magic was useless against that infernal spell. But you understand those mystic runes. You changed it somehow. I am grateful to you, patron. In return, I will give you a quick death. Painful to be certain, but quick.
No. You find that words completely fail. You lie helpless, trembling under the claw of this dragon. He rears back, inhaling. Flames leak from his nose and mouth. When he appears about ready to lose his fairy blisters, something catches his eye. Immediately he curtails his attack to stare at the brightly glowing stone that Zifnab gave you.
What is this? This wasn't made by the puny rune magic that you use. How did you come by it?
You can't even form the first word of an answer, and it seems that this dragon doesn't really expect one. His other foreclaw reaches out and delicately removes the stone from your possession. He throws the stone upon his eyes for closer inspection. In reaction, he hisses and roars and waves his neck back and forth wildly, sinuously, spotting flame everywhere.
This should not exist. It is impossible. There is only me, sang-drax. I am the way. You don't mind if I relieve you of this stone, do you? You will certainly have no need of it shortly.
Oh no, his eyes narrow and fix on you once again. When he speaks, his voice is more controlled. You don't mind if I relieve you of this stone, do you? You will certainly have no need. Okay. He tosses the stone away. It falls on a pile of rocks of similar shape and size. The only way you can distinguish it from the others is by its shine, which is like the sun. Suddenly, you take notice of a furry form splayed on the ground. You realize that your dog has been silently crawling towards you on its belly, braving the aura of fear that keeps you helpless. Every inch is a struggle, and it seems that any second of the dog will bolt, but it keeps coming. When it gets near, a quiet whimper escapes his throat, barely audible, but loud enough to attract the attention of the dragon.
This is your rescue? A life form lower than yourself? I will give it this. The dog is certainly braver than you, patron.
The dragon rears back and fills the cavern with laughter. This gives the dog just enough time to crawl within reach. He looks at you tentatively. He even put his muzzle into your outstretched hand.
Perhaps the dog is wishing you a fond farewell. It knows what is about to happen. I was simply going to kill you, but I've reconsidered. I won't merely end your life, patron. I will eliminate every trace of you. I am going to destroy your soul. You will no longer exist on this or any other plane. You should not have brought that stone into my presence. Prepare yourself for oblivion, patron.
Oh no, what's going to happen? The dragon rears back again. You assume that no distraction is going to keep it from completing its task this time. You take one look at your struggling companion and draw some strength from his bravery. You might have the wherewithal to do something if you only can figure it out what to do. Oh man, now that yeah, it was a glitch earlier. The dog was supposed to come about here now. Shit, but what can I do? Sang-drax. Yeah. Shit. I have one move, I bet. I don't have time to look at and get a description of the sang-drax, do I have? Ay. This is a turn-based thing, so a move is a unit of time. That's the problem. I don't know. I have an idea if it works. Possession. You trace the runes in the air and place your hand on the dog's scruffy fur. The magic swiftly takes hold. You stiffen as you feel your soul passing away. Everything goes dark. Your soul flies into the dog's body just as sang-drax lets loose the blast of fire. The dog reflexes leap you away, keeping you from harm. This doesn't save your body though. The flaming column burns a hole clear through its chest. You can actually see the glowing rock floor below.
Now to take care of his mangy pets.
Preparing for another blast? Oh no. Oh no. Look at the rock pile. Take the rock pile. Look at the rock pile. Sanox and another pile. The dragon's second torrent of fire totally breaks the dog and with it your soul. Shit. Undo. Do I have to move away? The book the dragon blocks your escape potential. The only path lies west into the city. Take the rock pile. You can't quite get your eyes just around the rock pile. The dragon's second torrent of fire. Undo. Smell the rock pile. Again. Undo. Ay. Undo. I have to go into the city. You bolt into the city, narrowly missing the dragon's second torrent of flame. Scared almost out of your mind, you dart into the cluster of buildings. You pad into narrow alleys and twisting side streets. Soon, when you feel you might have lost the dragon, you wander onto an open building. Robed figures are filling the seats surrounding you. They all move slowly, yawning as if just awakened. A man in the front notices you and approaches.
What do we have here? A dog? I haven't seen a dog for ages. But then again, I've been asleep for that long. Hello, boy. I'm Sama. How'd you get in here? Did you come with the Sartan forces from the other realms?
He studies you carefully. He crouches down, gives you a headbutt, and looks deeply into your eyes. Suddenly his face goes on sober and his eyes grow hard. He retracts his hand as if fearful of you biting it off.
This dog is no dog. It is a vessel for another's soul. The soul of a patron.
He addresses the councilmen now fully assembled. The councilmen gasp and yell, but Sama waves his hand and the room quiets.
We found no other Sartan, no rescue forces. All we discovered were the charred remains of one man and these items.
They dump the items onto the floor. No, my items. Come on, yeah.
Friends, we have a very unusual situation. Our ward has fallen. This roused us from our slumber as predicted. But instead of greeting the Sartan rescue forces as we expected, all we find is a dog carrying a patron's soul. We need answers, and the only source is this patron. While he exists inside of the dog, he cannot communicate. I suggest that we restore the patron to his original form so that we can question him.
Okay. Please, thank you, do it.
Bring a patron here? To our very heart? Have you forgotten that the patrons are our mortal enemies? I say leave him in the dog's body. Soon he'll forget he ever was a patron, and he'll be no threat to us.
No, please.
Do you know what is happening out there? Where are our fellows? Why is this patron here? How long have we slept? It is very possible that the patrons have been rehabilitated as intended. Perhaps this is our rescuer. Is this how you would treat such a guest? No. We shall restore him, and we shall have our questions answered then. It is the only way.
Please, thank you, do it.
Whatever you might think of me, Councilman, I am no fool. You may prepare the nullification element. We will administer it to the patron after he is restored.
The councilman folds his arms and stares sternly at Sama, unwilling to cross him, unwilling to risk displaying his feelings. Sama continues and says that. The councilman grunts in approval, then fetches a bottle filled with water. He traces a quick spell in the air which flows into the liquid. After a moment of light, the bottle looks absolutely normal. You notice that while you were watching the lone Sartan and his bottle, the entire council has gathered around you. Together they weave an incredibly complex spell that appears to require them all. Like a blanket, the spell falls over you, sinks into your flesh. The dog's body reacts violently to the Sartan magic. Limbs stretch, tendons pop, your bones start to expand and twist. You let loose yowls of pain, one after another, but notice that each one sounds a little more like a human scream than the last. Finally, you lay on the ground, panting and hurting, but in what you seems to be your old, comfortable body. You feel hands that draw you up and clothe you in the garments that remain from the dragon's attack. Then someone pours cold, clean water down your throat. You accept it eagerly.
What have you done to me, Sartan? You've taken my magic away!
You drink all of the water offered and soon notice a tingling sensation. Somehow the water has removed your ability to cast spells. You're as helpless as a newborn against these Sartans. You scream that.
Calm, my friend. What we have done is temporary, and for your protection as much as ours. You have imbibed some nullified water. This eliminates all of your magical possibilities. While you cannot bring any possibilities into this reality, neither can any be placed upon you. This means that although you cannot cast any spells, you are invulnerable to others' magic as well. You have been nullified. It will continue for only as long as we need to question you.
I am immune to magic? I'll take it.
Now let us begin. Who are you? Why are you here? How did you get into the city?
Aren't you the same Sama who originally sundered the world? Who banished my people into the labyrinth?
Yes, I am that. I know that you can't understand this, but it was all necessary.
It was part of a larger plan. I'll explain everything after you tell me what you know.
Do you know how long you've been sleeping?
Not really. I'm starting to think that it may have been much longer than I intended.
I'll tell him.
You've been asleep for over 2,000 years.
2,000 years? How is that possible? You must tell me what has happened. This just keeps getting more confusing.
Why should I trust you?
I'm not sure why you shouldn't. I don't even know if we should be enemies. I'm relying on you to tell me this. I'll make you this promise. If you are honest and forthright with me, I will respond to you in kind. I'll answer any questions you have. Now please, tell me what you know.
I'll have to tell them off a little bit at least.
I've seen your plan in action. You couldn't have done more damage to more lives if you tried.
I'm starting to get that impression, although I am loath to believe it. If you would tell me your story, I would understand much better.
All right, Sartan. You want the truth? I'll give it to you.
You launch into a tirade, personally blaming Sama for leaving the labyrinth masterless, turning it into a slaughterhouse that thirsted for your people's death. You recount the thousands of years of struggle and bloodshed, which even now plagues your race. Describe your lord's unprecedented escape, and tell how he selflessly and safely led others, including yourself, out of the labyrinth. You state that his thirst for revenge against the Sartan is unequaled.
If you kill me, others will follow. Even now, our army outnumbers that of the surviving Sartan. I've seen your forces. I know where they are, and I know that my lord will destroy them effortlessly. You can't win.
You continue by recounting your experience in describing the state of the Sartan on each of the wards. Sama cries openly at the description of the dead Sartan in their crystal resting place on Arianos. He seems genuinely confused by the antics of Zifnab on Prian. He recoils on learning of the practice of necromancy on Abarak, and he listens closely to the account of your battle with sang-drax and of your escape.
I have much to say about what you have told me. Your people, you have been wronged. I wish I could change what has happened, but I cannot. It seems that we took on far too much. We thought we were gods, that we were infallible. We weren't. And both of our races have paid the price.
It's the usual. If you're willing to make reparations starting from now, we can work together, but you have to really work.
However insane you think it might have been, there was a purpose to the plan.
Okay.
We tried to create worlds in which the Mensch would thrive once they were united and the realms were interconnected. What your lord seeks to do is collect all of the seal pieces to reform the original world. He doesn't understand what this means. His efforts will result in the death of many of the Mensch left alive in the new realms.
So, what do we do?
Perhaps he does understand. By decimating the opposing force even before the war is joined, he ensures his success. I'm not sure the Mensch left alive will enjoy the slavery he undoubtedly plans for them. What he may not realize is that this will affect his own race as well. Many of his people will die in the Reformation. Do you think he would risk that?
Can I respond? You consider, you know your lord's ambition. From his research, he probably already knows how the Reformation will affect the Mensch. You suspect that he may be willing to sacrifice his own people to further the cause of the conquest. You understand that he views you individually as expendable, but just how far does his view of expendability extend? He has claimed in the past that there are always casualties in war.
You may be right, Sama. I'm not sure about your plan, but perhaps the Reformation isn't the correct path. I'll return to my lord and discuss it. For now, I'll leave your seal piece here.
I'm very glad that you see things this way. I hope that we can begin a new era of peace together. Go back to your lord. Tell him that I will gladly speak with him. But I have one important question before you go. What exactly happened to sang-drax after you escaped from him?
As you consider the question, one of the men who brought your possession into the room begins to write. He tears off his robe and metamorphoses into the gigantic shape of sang-drax. The Sartan dive for safety behind the trenches. Only Sama yourself remains standing in the open. Sang-drax ignores the assembly, glides over to the seal piece upon the wall and grabs it between two talons.
Thank you, patron, for painting such a vivid picture of all of the worlds, including your own. That lovely place called the Labyrinth. Definitely a realm after my own heart. You see, I feed on fear and chaos, and I can't see a better way to produce such things than by allowing your lord to proceed with his plan. However, since you appear to have lost your nerve, I'll have to take your place.
No! Man. This is always a mess.
Your lord trusts you, does he not? Especially when you are doing what he wants. I shall take your ship, go to the Nexus, and deliver this seal piece to him. I'm guessing that it will complete his collection. Then I shall lead him to the Vortex where he can perform the rite of reformation. I'm so sorry you decided to turn against your lord. I'm sure that he doesn't view traitors in a very good light.
Once again, he shifts into his form. You swear you were looking into a mirror. It took my form so he doesn't know it's a dragon.
I do hope you won't die in the ensuing chaos. All of you. I'd love to meet you again. We have much to discuss, and an eternity of pain during which we can discuss it.
He strolls out of the building before you can say a word. Only after the dragon has left do the councilmen emerge. Sam unclenches his jaw and forces his staff to stop shaking.
Can't you stop sang-drax?
No, I'm afraid not. His magic is too powerful for us to oppose. When we first arrived here, we built this city and placed the Mensch inside the other sea moons. Stone-enclosed islands much like this one. Shortly thereafter, sang-drax appeared. We don't know where he came from. Unprovoked, he launched an attack against us. He never destroyed us all, just killed a few people. But it was enough to keep us scared and confused.
Oh, shit. So... Okay. That's the next thing. We need to defeat sang-drax.
We never had a chance to defeat him. He commands some form of magic that is foreign to us, more powerful than the rune-based magic that we use. We erected the ward around the city as a last-ditch effort against him. Evidently, it worked.
Okay.
The ward was designed to keep out all foreign magic. Since he consisted almost entirely of pure magic, he could not enter.
Ooh.
We decided to enter our sleep capsules. We expected that when the others had learned that we were in danger, they would gather here to help us defeat sang-drax. We keyed our awakening to occur when the ward had fallen, assuming that it would happen only when the other Sartan had arrived.
But no Sartan had arrived.
We never dreamed that thousands of years would pass before the ward fell. Now that it has, sang-drax is loose. Not only is he a threat to us, but with your ship, he has access to all of the worlds. And if he succeeds in causing the Reformation, we'll all probably die in the process anyway.
Fuck. Let's see.
You know, Zifnab gave me a stone to use against some ultimate evil. Do you think this might prove effective against sang-drax?
I don't know. Tell me about it. It sounds like this might be some other kind of magic. Perhaps made from the same source that created sang-drax himself. It may be that sang-drax is vulnerable to it. Where is it? I didn't see it along with your possessions.
Sang-drax got hold of the stone and tossed it into a pile of rocks which look exactly like it. I don't have a clue which one it is.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. I never saw the stone to begin with, so I wouldn't be any help in finding it now, lost among similar rocks. I do hope you're able to get it back, though. Judging from the way sang-drax reacted to it, it sounds as if that stone is our only hope to defeat the dragon.
Shit.
Why wasn't I affected by the dragon's aura of fear? It sure had me in its grasp last time I encountered it.
That's because you had been nullified. Remember, nullifying water eliminates your vulnerability to magic, as well as your ability to cast spells. Sang-drax's aura of fear didn't affect you because no magic could affect you.
Ah.
If that's so, why don't you all tank up with the water and go after him? His magic wouldn't do a thing against you.
This is true, although we would be helpless as well as invulnerable. While the water was in effect, we would not be able to use our magic against sang-drax. We could only confront him physically. He can choose any form. In a purely physical battle, he would destroy us hands down.
I need that, okay. Okay. Sang-drax can only be defeated by the opposite magic I understand how it works now, contained in the stone. I understand. Okay. Whew. It is intense. It is getting intense.
How did sang-drax take my form?
That's one of his powers. He can assume the form of anyone or anything he desires. The talent renders him insidious as well as invincible.
Where is sang-drax leading, my lord? The vortex?
Yes. The vortex is the one place that the Reformation ritual can be enacted. It is where we originally sundered the world. It's also the only place where the interconnection can begin.
Okay.
Where is the vortex?
The only place from which the vortex can be entered is in the labyrinth.
No.
We reasoned that this would be the safest place to hide the portal. It may be that your lord will balk at traveling the length of the labyrinth again the wrong way, but sang-drax can be very persuasive. He will convince him, one way or another.
So I have to, okay. I have to perform the interconnection, not the reformation. I have to remember that. I have to perform the interconnection, not the reformation. The vortex is in the labyrinth. Is in the labyrinth. Okay. Let's ask.
What exactly is the interconnection?
We designed the realms to work together. Each had specific functions to perform in the overall plan. The interconnection was to tie all of the worlds together. Abarak would produce raw materials. Arianas would take those materials and refine them to produce manufactured goods. Prion would supply power to the other worlds. Celestra was to provide a place for most of the people to live and purify some of the toxins from the other worlds, notably Abarak.
So we're getting how this is supposed to work.
The realms were never designed to survive on their own for an extended time, and yet that's exactly what they've had to do. It's not too late, though. From what you've told me, Abarak is dying. The interconnection is the only thing that can save it. It's the only alternative to Reformation.
How do you start the interconnection?
Much like the Reformation, it requires all 5 of the
Okay.
seed pieces. In the center of the vortex is a floating island. It has 4 spires. Each spire represents an element: air, fire, stone, and water. The seal pieces must be placed upon each corresponding spire. Then the spell itself must be ignited. This is done by placing the focus over the correct rune and inserting the Nexus seal piece into it.
Ok. 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 Stiamo placing the focus over the correct rune. Ok. What is the starting rune for the interconnection spell? This I need to know. And I gave the runes almost but one. I gave the runes almost all of them but one. And the seal pieces actually. Okay, I need the seal piece to start the interconnection. I need the seal pieces to start it. Okay.
Spires, focus. What are you talking about?
Well, you did ask. The floor of the island is laid out with many interconnecting runes. Each rune can be used to ignite a distinct spell. Depending on the rune you choose, the function of the spell will be different. The Reformation requires that the spell be ignited from one particular rune. The interconnection, another.
Okay.
The focus is a hexagonal frame that floats over the island's floor. You can move it over the rune of your choice. When you place the Nexus seal piece inside of it, the focus automatically ignites the rune under it, which casts the spell.
This I need to do. Put the Nexus seal piece in the focus to ignite the spell. Okay, now before let's what is the starting rune for the interconnection spell?
Which is the starting rune for the interconnection spell?
It would be too difficult to describe. Though I will tell you that we left the focus over that rune. We intended to return and ignite the interconnection spell someday.
Okay, wait a second. The focus, let's continue the same phrase. It is placed, same paragraph more than phrase, already over the first rune of the interconnection spell. Okay. Let's back up a step.
Let's back up a step.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little about the other worlds?
Very well. What would you like to know?
Do you know who Zifnab is?
I know of no Zifnab, but I doubt that is his true name. He sounds like a valuable ally if he knows as much as you say and has access to magic outside of our mastery.
So you don't know who Zifnab is? That is a fake name then. In an anagram.
Why'd you react so strongly when I told you about necromancy?
Necromancy was banned for many reasons soon after it was discovered. The most important reason being that when someone dead is raised, someone else will die untimely. This maintains the balance. By relying on necromancy, the people of Araknie have doomed our race. The magic doesn't recognize the boundaries of the realms. It killed Sartan as far away as Arianas and Prion. It wiped out thousands.
The people died. They died in the coffins on Arianus. They died because of the necromancy. For casted on another, of course, because it's the same race. It's all Sartan. That's incredible. What a revelation.
Why is everyone here alive and well?
It's actually ironic. The ward that we constructed to repel the magic of sang-drax must have had the effect of repelling the magic of necromancy as well. It kept us alive against two dangers. But now, we only have hundreds of people left, where once we had tens of thousands. We shall try to reconstruct our lives, to help our brethren on Araknie, if there is a world left to live on.
Ah, shit. A ward repelling against all magic. So all magic it is. Damn it.
Let's go back a step.
Certainly.
Do you have another ship that I can use to pursue him?
Yes, certainly. In fact, as we've been speaking, I've had another ship placed in the same port where you landed. You're welcome to it. There is, however, one problem. We seem to be a little short on steering stones. It takes quite a while to magically prepare a stone sphere to accept the naming runes that guide a ship through the Death Gate. The only such stone we have is the ceremonial globe in this very chamber, and you can't use that.
Come on now.
Don't you think saving the worlds is worth sacrificing your precious ceremonial globe?
Not at all. You see, the globe was placed in this room before the building's construction was complete. It's too large to fit through any of the exits. It's also far too heavy to move any distance by hand. You're welcome to it if you can find a way to transport it. But then, it doesn't have any of the naming runes on it anyway. I don't think the globe is the solution to this problem.
Ah, shit.
I don't have time for talk. Now's the time for action.
Very well. If I can be of any further assistance, do not hesitate to ask.
You notice that sometime during your conversation with Sama, your notification spell wore off. Now I command your magic back again. I have learned a spell also, apparently. It is the nullification water. Identify. This spell transforms a small quantity of water into a potion. When drunk, the potion removes all of the drinker's magic possibility. Though he cannot cast spells, he is immune to any magic cast against him. The potion's effects are temporary and short-lived. Okay. What a thing. What a thing, as we discovered. So, the labyrinth awaits. Oh yeah. Oh man. This is the meeting chamber of the Sartanai Council. Sits right in the sits ring the speaking area where you stand. Can I give the pendant to Sama? What do you say?
You don't need to give me anything, my friend. You might need all of your possessions to face the perils ahead.
Can I make you read this?
You don't need to give...
You didn't give me anything.
You don't need to give me...
Okay. Look at the rug. A carpet takes up the most of the speaking area's floor. It depicts a beautiful scene. A single tree stands in a lush field. Look at the globe. It's a rune-covered sphere of stone, precariously balanced on a small stand. Although it's undoubtedly secure, looks like an errant breath could roll the globe off. Oh yeah? Look at the stand. The stand delicately holds a large stone globe with 3 tines. Although it looks stable, the balance is a bit precarious. You believe you could probably roll the globe off right if you choose to do so. Look at Sama. Sama is one of the oldest council members present. Even if he wasn't wearing the robes of leadership, you will grasp that he heads the council. Sama is a statesman. His face and demeanor radiate constant goodwill and assurance, but you sense a crack in that certainty. Events haven't transpired as he expected. It is quite an experience to look upon the man once sentenced your race to their banishment into the labyrinth. Other councilmen squirm under these new circumstances. They almost constantly look to Sama for guidance. Seats are set to the both sides of the council chamber. Presumably, these seats are where the councilmen rest while performing their council-like duties. This must be an unusual situation because most of the members are on their feet. can I take the rug? You roll up the cartel and take it from the floor. Wait. The rug on the council. Wait. I can put it back. Also, can I cast transfer those runes on the sphere already, or I have to do it later? You transfer the pendant onto the globe of stone. Yes. Wait a second. Can I do something? Can I do the reality pocket on this rug? It is a sin. Retrace the familiar sphere in the air. Yes! This has been a while since I used it. When it takes effect, it's as if the picture in the carpet comes into focus. Taking in any dimension, the scene, a single tree in a lush clear, is real. Enter. You step on the rug as if you were going to walk over it, but end up falling into the scene. Rotation changes, suddenly the direction of your walking becomes up. Your balance goes for a holiday. You tumble onto the lush grass of the clearing. You inhabit the scene, woven into the rug. A lone tree stands in a lush field. In front of you see the portal. This is just a game of magic, for sure. An amorphous portal, like a tear in space, floats off to the east. Look at the otherwhere. Okay, that's it. Mountains. The mountains, like everything else in this scene, are perfect. You never expect to see such majestic climbs in real life. Look at the trees. The singular tree? Aside from the one lone tree in the center of the clearing, the other trees are a circular wall keeping you inside. They are beautiful but a little frustrating. Yeah, why? Why? Can I burn the tree? None of the spells that you have will have any significant effect on the trees. No? Can I cut? Please, no? No. Delete the zinger. It has no power. What am I supposed to do? Push. You get behind the globe and push against it with all your might. A stone spear creaks, then rolls off its stand, bounces down the steps and ends on the carpet. There it slows to a stop. Impatient, the constantly regard your antics with obvious annoyance. But sure. Push. 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 I've got an idea. Create a reality pocket and then push the stone into it. Maybe I can put that tree down and I can create a bow and arrow. Push the stone inside. You get behind the globe and push it against it with all your might. A stone sphere creaks, then rolls off a carpet and bounces down the steps and ends up on the carpet. Only it doesn't stop there, since the carpet is now a portal into the other where the globe falls into it. You see, continue to roll until it hits the tree in the scene. Alright. Enter. Climb the tree. You climb the nearest tree and look out for an impenetrable forest. It extends as far as you can see. Evidently, the artist who created this carpet didn't think much beyond the immediate scene. Push to where? Again, you gather your strength and heave the boulder like globe towards the portal. It rolls reasonably well until you try and push it out of the portal. Gravity on the other side, oriented so that it pushes against you, keeps the globe where it is. In fact, the force causes you to lose your grip. The globe rolls back to its original position against the tree. Oh. What the fuck? What am I supposed to do now? Making progress just by gathering, but I'm stuck with this boulder down here. Let's not save. The boulder doesn't have any motion, doesn't have limbs. Does it have any motion? I don't even know. It's not humanoid. No. Can I eat it up so that I can put the tree on fire? Seriously. Go through the portal. Of course! State report of attendant climbing up out of the carpet onto the floor of the council chamber. As soon as you leave, the carpet returns to its original state. I understand! I just grab the rug now. Take the rug. That's how I take that. What do you have to say about it? What do you have to say about it? Eh? Told to you.
Hello again, patron. How can I help you?
I don't have time.
Very well.
Okay. Show this.
You don't need to give...
Okay, can I grab the stand? The stand has been affixed to the floor. Big surprise, eh? Shit. I have all the 5 runes. What is this? Look at the marker. Arianus, Word of Air. I still have the marker of Arianus. And I have... the word seal. A crystal. Ah, man. Okay. Yeah, look at the stones here. Now the sang-drax has left, the stone is no longer reacting to his magic by glowing. It looks like every other rock of the pile. Finding is going to be an impossible chore. Ah, shit. And what do I do then? Identify magic? What if the rocks are an illusion? I got nothing else. Unravel illusion. It's not. This is gonna be difficult. Wait a minute. Maybe not. I need the rock, absolutely I cannot live without it. But he lived here maybe. It's started to decay by the same man named Terror forces you back. That's bad. How can the terror be still there? Shit. What kind of spells do I have? Can I haven't used it or cold yet. No, I wanted to use it on the rock pile. Can I use cold spell? Maybe it's a fucking magical stone. It shouldn't react. No. Eat the stones maybe. And one will pop out. I don't know. No. That's something. How the fuck do I gather the stone pile now? Can I throw some it inside the cave? No, the spells that you have, okay. Terror. What's inside? I don't have any humanoid shape that can motionlessly. The dog, I think I have used the body of the dog to form my body of a human. I think the dog was sacrificed. Don't tell me this. È not possible. Dog quota? I just realized. Fuck. Why does it ever happen in a game from the 90s that at least one dog has to die? What the fuck is with this? The game could be European, American, Japanese, it doesn't matter. It happens in all of them. Fuck. What do I do? Game has gotten very hard. What do I do against the rocks? There is a spell. You look at the spell. The rune structure has been corrupted, although it was once a formidable warding spell which could defend against the more powerful enemies. It is now a simple possession spell which does little good on a city gate. Can I look at the Sartan City? The Sartan City is a beautiful sight. It's similar to the city in the Nexus, but much larger. It must be of the Sartan's capital, where they intended to rule over the other realms. Oh man.
Hello again, patron.
I don't have time.
Nothing. Can I talk to them? The council may ignore you. All of them? Oh man, the rock. I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. I can drink this water? Though seemingly a small self-contained lake, you know from your travels that it empties into the sea that envelops the entire world of Celestra. Can I put the water in the clear bottle? You fill the bottle with water. The bottle is filled with a clear liquid. Oh. Can I also cast magic on this water? Null water. Maybe if I am immune, I will not have fear. Transform the entire lake. This spell only works small quantities of water. Oh shit, okay. 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 Null water. Let me see if I got it, The spell surrounds the bottle of water. After a few seconds, it has done its work. Although the water looks the same, you know that it has the magic nullifying effects that you experienced earlier. Okay? Drink. You take a swig of the water. Immediately you sense the effects. Your magic power drains away, making you feel as helpless as a newborn. It also means that foreign magic cannot affect you. Okay, this is now clear bottle. Fill with a clear liquid. There's no doubt that sang-drax calls this cave home. Blood streaks the walls, and the floor is littered with the remains of previous meals. Alright. Stalactites. Sharp stone spikes jut into the cave from the ceiling floor and the floor. Bones. These must be the bones of the poor fools who chanced upon the sang-drax. The remains are of all races. It appears that the dragon doesn't discriminate. A pile of scales lies on the cave floor, perhaps the result of a rather painful grooming session. Since sang-drax is not at home and you still encounter the air of fear in the cave, you surmise that his card scales might be responsible. Ah, okay, take the scales. What do they say? Look at... Scales are both sharp and oily. You get the feeling that if you cut yourself on one of them, the wound will become severely infected. Perhaps prove fatal. You also sense that the scales of the dragon hold the same chaotic magic that sang-drax commands. Okay. Ah! With those with me, I can see the rock, maybe. Yes. Take the bones. Most of the remains are crumbly, ashy. It appears that sang-drax likes his food very well done. You stare at the dragon's scales in your hands. Their magic suddenly becomes active. Fear drives through your brain like red-hot nails. With the source of the fear magic so close is more than your sanity can withstand. Spend the rest of your life gibbering and intelligibly and not playing adventure games. What hell? Undo? Oh shit. Undo again? You can't use undo after that. Oh no. Restore. The labyrinth awaits. Oh man, okay. After all, I have this with me. Look at the rug. The carpet depicts a beautiful scene. A single tree stands in a lush field. In front of the tree you see a stone globe. Okay. So, let's don't make mistakes now. Water. Spell. Null water. Then I take a swig at it. Let's grab the take the scales. Take the scales. Note that you remove the word, you see the... okay. Look at the rock pile. Some rocks lie in a natural pile near the gate. You know that one of the stones... Which one is a clue to you? Take the rock pile. You spread the dragon scales over the pile of rocks. As you hoped, the Zifnam rock reacts to the magic in the scales by glowing. Now the rock is very visible and easily distinguished from the other rocks in the pile. Here it is. Take it. You take the glowing stone from the pile of rocks and go away from that immediately. Oh, right. Right. How much does it take for that to... okay, let's wait until my magic is back. Here we go. Alright. There we go. My magic is back. What an interesting concept is this, huh? Let me save since all of that has gone and... happened. We have full of water here. So filled with a clear liquid. Let's put... the water is already full of water, okay. You stand in the cramped bridge of Sama's ship. It has the navigation wheel but lacks the necessary steering stone. Oh man. Man. Let me just put the rug on Sama's ship. Oh. You know the carpet over the nearest support beam. It makes for quite a nice decoration. So, use magic on the rug. Let's cast a spell of Create Reality Pocket. Alright. Let's enter. Now let's push the globe. Again, you gather your strength and heave the boulder-like globe towards the portal. It rolls without much trouble. In fact, as soon as the globe is partway through it, gravity on the far side grabs the sphere from your hands. The globe disappears. Go through. Step through the portal, back onto your ship. As soon as you leave, the carpet reverts back to its original state. Stand in the cramped bridge of Sama's ship. It has the navigational wheel and the globe where the steering stone should be. Take the rug. You never know, it might be useful. Can I take also this? The glow lamp. Open the glow lamp. Okay. The labyrinth awaits. Use the globe. Take the dragon ship back through the death gate and return to the Nexus. Here we are. Big finale, eh? I love a big finale. It doesn't feel rushed at all. I love it. Puzzles are quite logical. I had to think a bit, but do I want this with me? I don't even know. It has been opened. Oh man. Look at the history book. The thick book is titled The History of the Sundering. It's incredibly old and is somewhat water damaged. Take it. I finally can take it. I can finally read it. Fuck, the seal piece has gone. Look at Zarrum. No, look at this. It's not here anymore. Look at the book. Okay. Let's read. Let's see if I can find some more spells in it. History of the Sundering. Eons ago, the Vortex was discovered. It was a place outside reality as we know it. In fact, it appeared to be a reality unto itself. It was a place of great power. Researchers theorized that it might be the actual source of magic. It remains a place of mystery. As much as is known about it, much more escapes us. It was the perfect place to actualize the plan. In order to defeat the enemy and create the new worlds that Sama visualized, we had to sunder the world into 5 realms: air, fire, stone, water, and the labyrinth. 4 to give to the Mensch, and 1 to imprison the Patrons. Not only we will be removed from the earth while this happened, we will be able to draw upon the perfect magic of the Vortex to make it happen. We needed an instrument to focus the magic of the Vortex, so we created an island of stone that floated over its very earth. Upon it, we inscribed a rune structure unlike any others. Indeed, this was a spell, but not just a spell. It was many spells intertwined into one structure. Every spell has been as a starting rune. When a wizard traces a spell, the magic flows from the starting rune into the other runes. Upon completion, the spell is defined and it is cast. This rune structure is different. It combines many different possible starting runes. When magic is introduced upon one of these runes, the spell is defined and cast. There is a compelling reason for this. Along with being used to sunder the world, the island was designed to serve additional functions. Shortly after the sundering, the same rune structure created a conduit between the worlds. It is currently used to transport people and cargo from realm to realm. Using the Death Gate, we were able to populate the realms with the Mensch we have selected. All that was required was a fleet of ships outfitted with steering stones containing the naming rune of one of the target realms. The Death Gate has a grander purpose though. When the Mensch have settled and reawakened, the rune structure will be used again to interconnect the worlds. Power and materials will freely flow from realm to realm depending on need. After this interconnection, various spells can regulate and modify the system. We have included all of this in the rune structure. We have also included a fail-safe spell. Should something go drastically wrong with the sundering, this spell exists to reform the single world from the 5 realms. We don't anticipate actually using this spell, but it exists just in case. The Island. The activation of a spell from the island's rune structure is relatively simple, but the execution of the spell must be exact. The island has been key to work only in the presence of the word seal, or in the current case, all 5 of the pieces. The island is home to 4 spires which encircle the rune structure, 1 to represent each of the elements. To awaken the island's magic, each seal piece must be placed upon its respective column. The procedure has an interesting side effect. Whenever a seal piece is placed upon its counterpart column, it generates an elemental storm. Everything on the island will be bathed in that element. Tornado force winds, a firestorm, an avalanche of rock, or a deluge of water. We couldn't comfortably cast our spells while being attacked by the elements, so we have placed the rune structure inside a warded circle. Everything inside of the circle is completely safe. While safely ensconced within the ward, even the storming elements become no more than a spectacle to observe. When all 4 of the pieces have been placed, the island is primed. It is ready to cast whatever spell the operator wishes. The choice is made using the focus, which resembles a floating hexagonal frame. It must be placed over the desired starting rune, after which the remaining seal piece, that of the Nexus, is set inside of the focus. This will ignite and cast the selected spell. The spells. 6 men were dedicated to creating and intermingling the spells carried by the island. They are Sama, Dimitri, Orsef, Lornai, Taylor, and Waelit. Indisputably, 6 of the greatest contemporary Sartan magicians. Each was tasked with producing a single spell, and we will discuss each individually. Naturally, Sama directed... Ah, no. Oh, no. Directed that the starting rune must be the most prominent. Shit. Okay. Sama starting rune. Okay. Let me just draw this. Sama starting rune. It's difficult to do, but I have my ways. Like this. Inside this hexagon, the spell is this. Identify thing is the starting rune. Alright. I draw this. Now what? Dimitri, interest rank quite after collapse. This can be obvious choice. Dimitri. Sama starting rune is said. Starting rune. Sama directed is starting rune. Okay. Dimitri is rune. I don't know. Dimitri interest rank quite the field of his colleagues. This is made for an obvious choice of Dimitri's rune without knowing what it is. Okay. Let's do another hexagon. Inside I'll draw what is needed. Dimitri's rune is this, and it goes more or less like this. It ends here, okay? If I can do it right. Perfect. Alright. Orsef. Orsef was involved in much of the mechanics of the... He was the closest advisor to Sama in the last few days before the Sundering. He was his reason for... Is the closest advisor to Sama? Orsef. His interests... Oops, I closed it. Oh. I have to go further with that. This is the most difficult puzzle in the game. But we'll see if we can figure it out. Oh, I closed it again. I am not smartis. Click on the pages, you know what? It's a lot of interesting things. First rune. Some starting rune. Starting, right? So I can know that this is the first. The Dimitri's rune. Need interest around quite left field of his colleagues. This an obvious choice. Only could understand anything. He was marked, made responsible for shit. Orsef was involved in much of the mechanics of the plan, maybe. He was the closest advisor to Sama in the last 4 days before the Sundering. He was made responsible for possible. Orsef's rune. This is some stuff. Orsef's rune. This is some shit. Let me tell you. This is some shit. The Orsef's rune is actually super easy. It's like a hook. Easy peasy. And last 4 days. Closest advisor. Last 4 days. Closest advisor. Let's see. The other one, interesting, not quite. Left field interests. And now, these are all interests. Some hints towards him. Actually, some directed that Fleet. His starting rune was prominent. Starting rune. And Orzef. Lornai. Despite obvious tensions between Lornai and Sama, perhaps due philosophical differences about the plan, Lornai made his spell. Who knows? Who knows anything really? Lornai. Okay, Lornai's rune. Let's first do it. Lornai's rune. Okay. What a game. What a game. His rune is like that but different. Like here we go. Simple to do. Tensions with Sama. Philosophical differences. Tensions with Sama. Philosophical differences. All right. Taylor. Taylor's rune. Let's first do it. Okay, towards the middle. When we reach the middle, cut. Easy to draw this one. Okay. Fantastic. So, Tyler. Okay, let's go back here. Tyler, despite being the youngest of the six, was perhaps the most inventive. Not only was he responsible for most of the interactions of the spells, but so youngest. Okay, youngest. Inventive. Last one. Whaleth. It ends the book. Whaleth's rune. Whaleth's rune. Whaleth's rune. Okay. Okay, always with the same shape. Hexagonal. And then a weird little thing. It starts like this. Goes down, resumes almost at the end, and then goes. That's easy to draw. Whaleth was the only member of the team who was not a member of the council. He despised politics, but was unmatched in magical knowledge. His was the spell that water. There. Maybe water? That water. There. Okay. Despise politics. Politics. Water spell. Magical knowledge. Hey. Magical knowledge. Better than this, I cannot do. I have written everything. Okay, that's over here. Okay. So. That's a thing, that's the thing. That's the fun part. We have written everything down, so I don't want to. Okay, second. Okay. I don't want to have to redo everything in case. Okay, wait a second, I'm using this. Well, identify. And also the carpet I want to. History book is magical. Carpet. The rug is magical. Strange. Strange things to say to me. Actually, let's go like this. Oh fuck. This gate is the final portal to the labyrinth, just beyond the hell you called home for most of your life. As much as you'd like to just close the gates and be done with it, your mission lies inside of the labyrinth and you can't ignore it. Oh man. The gate is already open. Just looking at the gate gives you shield. The labyrinth beyond calls to you, inviting you back to its cold embrace. All it wants is one more shot at taking your life. At the gateway. Look at the mountains. Oh man. Back to the fear. I am in. Stone spires tower above a field of writing vines. You see a dark, twisted forest across the field. Oh man. Rock vines. You recall? Okay, so squirming, writing. Squirming, writing vines cover the distance between here and the forest. There's no way to get there without trudging through the sea of choke vines. You recall when you escaped the labyrinth, the choke vines weren't much of a problem then. It was winter and the season drove the vines into a type of hibernation. They couldn't move into the cold. Now that the weather is warm, they thrive and force you to deal with them in order to cross. Oh shit. The remains of previous explorers of the field of the vines are wrapped tightly around the spires. The bodies are both man and animal shaped. Twisted trees grow at odd angles. Branches thrust outward like daggers. There are places in the labyrinth where the trees are sentient and those branches are employed as weapons. Well, that hint is important. Use magic on the choke vines. I will use the cold spell. Maybe it works. The cold spell floats over the sea of twisting vines. It expands and drops over the field like a blanket. As it does, you see frost form. The vines begin to move more and more slowly until they are torpid, completely still. Okay, let's move forward. Crossed. You see the last gate. A very welcome sight. Oh, you stumble out of the brush only to come face with 3 wounded tiger creatures. Unfortunately, what you know the labyrinth tells you that the only thing more dangerous than a tiger creature is a wounded one. They stare at you in surprise, then let a growl and tends to leap. You don't have time to do much but run. Oh no. Oh no. There's a fire pit. It's a fire pit. Can I run back? There's a thing, there's trees, there's a burial cave. They are wounded. Tiger man. Tiger man. You don't know that? It's the Italian theme song for Tiger Mask. Rocks. Fire pit. Can I go back here? Back over in the field, the choke vines you recently crossed, you see the last gate of the labyrinth. You're the tiger man crashing through the underbrush behind you. They're close on your trail. Oh, why? Why you would do this? You blunder right into the charging tiger creatures. They take advantage of the opportunity to rip you apart. Take the choicest piece back to their campsite for a midday meal. Ah, shit. Can I undo more? Back to the fear. Alright. 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 Not it. Not it. Reset. 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 Ah, cold. So don't do anything else but save again. Labyrinth awaits. I saved outside of it, so. The fear. Okay. Here they are. Let me do magic on the fire pit. Attacker creatures fall on you in a fury of teeth and claws. At the moment, everything in the world is sharp and covered with blood. Discover that without an effective plan, a lone paladin simply cannot defend against these monsters. Ay ay ay. Where this? No. Let's cast possession of one of them. Can I touch one of them? They're close enough. No. If you try to grab onto the tiger creature to cast a spell, you draw back a stump long before you completed it. Fire pit. Not fast enough. If I can look at them without dying? No. Remember the sinister creatures of the labyrinth. They are a cross between man and tiger. What they lack in intelligence, they usually make up for in ferocity and numbers. They are fearless, will not hesitate to attack even if outnumbered. A pack of these creatures are usually enough to wipe out an entire Patrin village. Wait a second, I got an idea. I've got a neat idea. They're close on your trail, okay? Tiger creatures hesitate when they come to the field, but after observing your safe crossing, they charge. And they see you, they start sprinting. You don't think that you can run any further without overtaking. Okay. Tiger creatures hesitate when they come to the field, but after observing your safe crossing, they charge in after you. When you pause to look back, they're already halfway across. After they see you, they start sprinting. You don't think that you can run any further without them overtaking you. They are there. So... let's hit the choke vines again! The frost disappears as the hit spell takes hold. At first the plants move sluggishly, but as the torpidity subsides, they resume their normal activity. The tiger creatures are caught in the middle of the field when the vines reawaken. The plants wrap around their struggling prey and drag them off to separate spires. With wild eyes, the tiger creatures watch lightning strike a spire only a few hundred yards to the west, then strikes the next closest spire, then proceed to work its way down the line. Soon, the lightning blasts the two closest spires. The stench of cooking tiger meat reaches you, even here. So, then, cold again. Alright. You are alright. Here we are. This clearing is a well-used campsite. A dark cave opens into the nearby hillside. Nice. Oh, see? Logical game for the win once again. I love it. Can I use magic on the fire pit? No, the spells that you know have a significant impact on the fire pit. Oh. Rocks. Okay, look at the fire pit. The fire pit looks well used. The tiger creatures have camped here for some time. You wonder how this has affected the nearby village. Burial cave, and the village is down their way. I will check the burial cave, the school. It's definitely the school of a tiger man. These beasts are frightening enough to confront face to face, but having to stare at one of their skulls is a distinctly unpleasant experience. The skull has sharp fangs, but a small brain pan, which isn't all that surprising. Tigermen have set a few semi-flat stones around their fire pit. Let me take the rocks. Take the fire pit. Can I take the rocks? Ah, the perfect weapon! All you have to do is whack someone over the head with it. No, you just need to get a good grip. Lift it with all your might and leave it here. Makes sense. Wait a fucking second. I have an idea. I saved here. Look at the poles. 2 poles stick out of the ground on the other side of the cave. Skulls have been placed atop them. Can I take a skull? You slide one of the skulls off its pole. Look at it better. It's definitely the skull of a tiger man. These beasts are frightening enough to confront face to face. It's the same description, okay. Take the other skull? Let's take a skull. Either you're trying to gather enough to learn how to juggle or you're just morbid. In any case, just leave the poor fool be. Okay, look at the poles. Can I take a pole? No, okay. Just to be safe, don't save. Can I put it? Zinger on the spire. Zinger on the spire. Put Zinger on the shock vines. Set the Zinger down the torpid vines. They don't react, so you pick the Zinger up again. Activate. This might give electricity. Shock vines. Spire. No. Come on, give me. Put the Zinger on the tree. On the spires. Spires. Oh well, I tried. Put the Zinger on the pole. Somehow Zinger stuck on a pole doesn't have the same impact as a skull. I thought with electricity I could gather something there. I don't know yet how, but I'll need to learn it. This is the tiger creature's burial cave. Paintings on the wall depict their gods and bones are strewn to the floor. Interesting. Look at the bones. Half buried bones stick up from the ground. These are obviously the remains of the tiger men. It appears that they are just sophisticated enough to bury their dead. Must have been a tough decision for them. Respect their fallen comrades or lunchtime. It's the bowed bone of a tiger man upper leg. Wait, this sounds suspiciously like you're talking about this. It's a bowed bone of a tiger man upper leg. Put the arrow on the bone. Supposed to put the arrow on the bone. I need some cloth. This cloth isn't the faster picker upper, but even a very slow picker upper. Regardless, it doesn't stand a chance to absorb the cloth. I don't know. Can I use the shear to cut the cloth? Put the shear in the cloth. No, not put. Can I cut the rug? You hold the shear to the rug. After a while, you get bored and remove it. No. Bones, look at the bones of stalagmites. Sharp stone spikes jut into the cave from the ceiling and the floor. Take a stalagmite. Although one can only use it as an extra stalagmite, you don't have any way to take one. Stalactites? Just stone spikes from the ceiling floor. Take. No. The cave painting. The curved painting depicts a dark god of the tiger creatures, presumably death, chasing after its tiny feline followers and shot in bolts of lightning. Is clothed in a black robe which shows only a skull-like head. An interesting insight into the tiger man religion. Wait a fucking minute. Put the robe on the skull. You slip the robe over the tiger man's skull and reach your arm through it, your hand manipulating the jawbone. You do a quick ventriloquist act including some hilarious one-liners about how many tiger creatures does it take to screw in a glow lamp, but quickly become bored, so you disassemble your creation, but not before noticing the resemblance to the painting in the burial cave. Go to the school.
Alas, poor tiger. I knew you not. But then again, if I did, I probably would have wanted to kill you too.
Alright. Wait, can I put the cloth over the head? No. Well, let's go this way. You stand on the outskirts of a village in the throes of battle. A pack of tiger men circle a group of Metrins saddled under a magic shield. No. Wear the robe.
Alas,
Io ti ascolto di Tiger Man. Look at this. Okay. One man standing in the middle of a huddled mass of people holds his hands out. He stands supported a magic shield which encircles his group. Just outside, the tiger creature scratch and push at the shield. He seems to sense it is faltering, that he might fail at any moment. Ah, man. I'm wearing the robe, right? No. What am I supposed to do against you? I don't have a bolt of lightning. See, this is why I need the zinger. I need the zinger. I need the zinger. I need something there. I need to create electricity. Then wear the robe. Put this in the... Okay. Activate the electrical zinger. You slip the robe over the electrical zinger. You slip... Can I slip the skull on it? You slip the tiger creature skull over the central prong of the electric zinger. This now looks like something proper. The electric zinger looks like an oversized jack. 3 metal prongs protrude at acute angles from its base. Switch has been wired to it. The whole device is dull and depleted of energy. A robe is draped over the zinger, and peeking out from the hood is menacing hole. Strip it. I need to first give the zinger some power. It's clear. Okay. Okay. I got something. I got something. I got something. It's not easy, but these things... Damn it. They were doing... Okay. There is... Put the zinger on the gateway. On the labyrinth gate. Come on, there is... There is thunder. The spires. On the spires, on the spires. Torpid vines, no. How the fuck do I do this? Can I do something to the zinger myself? Can I eat it? You cast it on the zinger, but it's the wrong kind of energy. It fails to charge. Shit. Throw at the vines. Throw. You set the entropy by the reaction with the zinger. Ah, wait. Wait. Let's go forward. Oh, wait, let's go back actually. Use magic on the choke vines. Eat them again. Okay. Throw the zinger now. That's what I wanted to do. Now they can grab because they failed to choke on it. So because they were frozen, you know. You hurl the zinger into the mass of twisting vines. They snatch it out of the air and carry it off to the nearest spire. Predictably, lightning strikes at the spire. Instead of destroying the Sartan artifact, the energy is totally absorbed by the zinger. It charges itself with the power of the lightning. Alright. That's pretty good. Where is it though? Huh? Ah, it's there. Oh shit. Ah. Look at that zinger. That zinger looks like an oversized jack. The three metal prongs acute, protrude and acute angles from his base, as which has been wired to it. The whole device crackles with energy. Yeah, I need to now... Let's hope I can do this without breaking the thing. Cold again on the shock vines. Alright. Take the zinger. Alright. Amazing, 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 amazing. Amazing, amazing. So, let's put this one in. Let's put this one in. You zip the... You slip the tiger creature skull over the central prong of the... Okay, let's look. The electric zinger looks like an oversized jack. Three metal prongs protrude at acute angles from its base. A switch has been wired to it. The whole device crackles with energy. A robe is draped over the zinger, and peering out from the hood is a menacing skull. Okay, okay, okay. We got something. We got something. We got something. Back to the fear. Alright. You stand outside of a village in the throes of battle. A pack of tiger men circle a group of patrons saddled under a magic shield. Okay. Thankfully, there was a drawing on the thing, so activate the zinger now? I don't know. You pull the switch attached to the electric zinger, the contraption flies out of your hands, twisting and turning in the air, accompanied by a screeching metallic whine. The black roof floats back and forth and lightning flies from the eyes of the mounted skull. All of the combatants stare up at the apparition. The tiger creatures point and hiss at the flying sideshow, and then scatter in random directions, pure terror in their eyes when the zinger power drains its top out of sight, somewhere in the forest. The shield around the Addel village is finally forced. Methodically, they begin to scatter through the village, locating and tending to the woodland. One man, seriously injured, lies in front of you. The headman of the village, who valiantly supported the magic shield for so long, approaches the wounded man and summons a healer. A nervous, young-looking woman rushes over you, nearly dropping her package of healing herbs and implements. She surveys the horrible wounds sustained by the fallen patron and gasps. But a stern look from the headman prods her into her routine. She tries to clean and dress the wounds, but they are too severe. You can tell she is inexperienced and that this case is too much for her. Oh, fuck. Look now. The aftermath battle isn't pretty. Look at this. Look at the shelters. The simple shelters are sewn together. The sewn together hides of various animals. You recognize some, but others have come from beasts the labyrinth must have spawned since you left. The huts are lightweight and portable, matching the nomadic nature of the patrons. Okay, there's only a way forward there. Look at the tracker, the healer, the headman. A tracker. Man's shirt has been torn down the center. That reveals not only the devastating wounds that the healer is ineffectually worrying over, but an intricate earth-rune tattoo on his chest. From the symbols you understand it is a tracker, one of the best. One of the patron villagers, a young female healer, squats over a warrior. She attempts to help him, but it appears that his wounds are too severe. The headman of the village stands alone, surveying the damage that the tiger creatures have done. He also monitors the healer's progress, or lack thereof, on the wounded man lying on the ground. Wait, what is this? Okay. Shelters. Flame. Trees. Twisted trees grow at odd angles, branches thrust outward like daggers. There are places in the labyrinth where the trees are sentient, those branches are employed as weapons. Okay. Can I talk with the tracker? The tracker is in no condition to have a conversation, at least not a very lively one. The healer. Focus on attempting to close the wounds of the man lying in front of her. The healer ignores you.
I never expected you to return.
I should kill you for what you've done. If you hadn't driven those tiger creatures off, I would kill you. Why you did that after you led them here in the first place is beyond me. Leave me now. You've done enough damage.
What are you talking about? I didn't lead the creatures here.
Of course you did. Not more than 2 hours ago, you and Lord Tsar passed through this village. Unwittingly, we helped you. We gave you current directions towards the center because for some reason that's where you wanted to go. You were very pleasant then. You thanked us and went on your way. Shortly thereafter, you returned alone, leading a charge of the tiger creatures. During the battle, you disappeared. I don't know why I don't gut you right now. We lost more men in the skirmish than we have in a month of fighting. Now this encampment is compromised. We'll have to move as soon as we're able, and we have you to thank for it.
That wasn't me. Lord Tsar is accompanied by a shape-shifting dragon. I'm on their trail.
A shape-shifting dragon? That's a new one. I wouldn't put it past the labyrinth, though. It's getting more and more devious every day. If this dragon accompanies Lord Tsar, then as long as he doesn't realize the true nature of his companion, he is in mortal danger. My resources are meager, but I am willing to help you as I can. What would you have of me?
Okay. Since the labyrinth can create everything it wants every time, every more devious, he believes this is created by the labyrinth. No. Or maybe, yeah, no, this came about because no, the labyrinth couldn't have created the dragon of good. The dragon comes from magic from another realm.
Tell me how the dragon got the tiger creatures to attack.
It wasn't difficult. Remaining hidden from the dangers of the labyrinth is a daily struggle. The pack of tiger creatures moved into the area not long ago. He paid them a visit, then came straight here. The entire pride followed, snarling for blood. The creatures were delighted to discover the village. They pounced and caught us completely by surprise. Many died in the first few moments. The rest rallied here in the center. We managed to shield ourselves until you arrived. I'm glad you came when you did. I don't know how much longer the magic would have lasted.
Shit.
Can you tell me where Lord Tsar and the dragon went when they left here?
Certainly. They entered the forest to the north, but that information won't help you much. The labyrinth reinvents itself all the time. Paths that Tsar and the dragon followed could have vanished, could even be pits or swamps. Only a skilled tracker could find them now.
Oh my goodness.
Is there such a tracker in the village?
Yes, we do have such a man, but he was on guard duty when the beasts attacked. He fought valiantly, but the pack was too large and he took the brunt of the charge. He was eventually overcome. He is alive, but I fear that his wounds will prove fatal. The healer is with him now, but I don't have much.
I need that guy that is dying. Oh, I don't believe it.
What dangers can I expect further along in the labyrinth?
I've never traveled backward through the labyrinth. Our goal is to leave here. Even so, though every step toward the final gate presents a challenge, I doubt that the labyrinth would prevent someone from penetrating deeper into it. It's akin to walking toward the center of a spider's web. When you finally arrive, you'll have a devil of a time getting back out. You'd be doing the labyrinth's job for it.
So?
Any obstacles you encounter are not likely to have been placed there by the labyrinth. More likely, you will find traps set by the dragon. It seems to me that the attack of the tiger creatures was such a trap. Obviously, the dragon didn't care whether we defeated them or not. If we managed to defeat them, we would kill you on sight for loosing them upon us. If we didn't, the whole area would be swarming with them. Either way, it would have been rough going for you.
Okay.
Never mind that. You have to tend to your wounded. In fact, is there anything I can do to help?
Regretfully, no, unless you are more skilled than our current healer. Most of our people are either not seriously harmed or very seriously dead. Only the man on the ground here is in critical condition. Our healer works on him now, but I think she is helpless to do anything.
He is fading fast. Let me think on this. If I come up with anything, I'll ask. Very well. I must instruct the survivors to begin packing up the village. We can't remain here for long. The scent of so much blood on the wind will draw predators from all parts of the labyrinth. If you think of anything, simply ask.
Shit. I need him though, I need him. Healer, talk to you. How are you doing? Oh, no, don't die. Oh, what the fuck do I do? I put some cloth on the tracker. Just groans, no? Ah shit, I have this. Apply the salt to the tracker. Because of the severity of the man's wounds, you end up emptying the crocodile salve over his chest. You can see the gashes close up in the space of a few heartbeats. The healer gasps, but the headman nods. He looks at you with newfound respect. The healer is shocked, but she doesn't let his amazing development slow her down. Quickly, she packs away all her tools and moves to help other injured villagers. In her haste, she drops a cord, presumably used to stitch wounds. The headman stays on to direct healthy patrons in packing the village. It appears that he plans to quit this site soon. Take the cord. It's a dry tendon used as a thick thread for sewing leathers together. It is somewhat elastic. That's useful. Everything is useful. Wait, put the cord on the bone. Put the arrow on the bone. I have a bow and arrow now. You slide the arrow along the bow to check for compatibility and find that it's just about the right size. The bow is very much primitive, you don't think it can provide much accuracy? But I can at least propel the arrow with some force, satisfied you replace both in your inventory. Alright, got something. You fashion a crude bow using a leg bone of the tiger skeleton and the dry tendon. If your normal proficiency with bows and the poor quality of the weapon, you wouldn't bet on it in the side of a mountain with it. But this arrow is different. The arrow, although surely mid-decade so, it looks new as the day was made. It glows with a magic aura that tells you to do identify. So let's see. The spell tells you that as long as the arrow is fired from a bow, any bow, it is magically guaranteed to hit its target dead on. It's so intuitive, this game, I love it. Talk to the headman.
Yes, my friend. How can I help you?
Okay.
Let me... Very well.
Okay, you. The tracker. This man's shirt has been turned to the center. This reveals an intricate earth-rune tattooed on his chest. From the symbols you understand that he's a tracker, one of the best.
You healed me, brought me back from the brink of death. I am indebted to you.
It was nothing.
It was everything. I'm in your debt. I don't like being in someone's debt. Tell me how I can repay you.
I hear you're a pretty good tracker.
I know the labyrinth. I know its signs. I can sense how it changes, sometimes even how it will change. If I find the start of a trail, I will never lose my way.
I guess I could teach your healers a thing or two.
They do what they can. I thought that no one could heal the wounds I had taken. You surprised me.
I couldn't do much for your wardrobe, though.
Clothes are clothes. I think my next jacket will be made out of tiger skin.
Okay then.
Do you think you could help me?
Of course. I'm in your debt. Tell me what I must do to absolve myself of it.
I'm on the trail of Lord Tsar and his companion, who happens to be a shape-shifting dragon. Do you think you can find them?
Of course. That's what I do. I will accompany you while I track them. When I'm certain that we've found them, my obligation to you is resolved. I must return to my village.
Alright. So, let's talk to you.
If you wish me to find your quarry, we must follow them into the forest north of the village. It is there that they fled.
Okay. Ooh, okay. My dude, you have anything else to say?
Yes, let me...
Alright. Traveling at a pace you have trouble matching, you discover small clues you will never have found. The tracker leads through the dark wood. Eventually, you come upon a huge cave. A monster, resembling a huge insect, so much more formidable, stands guard outside.
The trail leads here into that cave. I've seen this cave before. There is no exit. Your quarry lies inside.
Oh shit.
The creature guarding the entrance is a Cheodan. I've only encountered their like once or twice before, and I can tell you this. If you spill its blood, every drop will grow into a duplicate of the monster. Only by killing it before it bleeds, usually with a precise thrust through its heart, can you keep it from regenerating. A sloppy attack, and you'll have an army of these things to contend with.
Wait, I know what to do.
Usually the best way to deal with this type of beast is to avoid it. I don't think you've got that luxury, though. If you're going into that cave, you'll have to go through the Cheodan. My obligation to you is over. I've led you to the end of the trail. The people of my village need my help, so I must return. Good luck.
The tracker bolts into the wood. Between one moment and the next, you've lost all trace of him. You're now alone, save for the left company of the Chaudin, of course. Oh, it's like a huge mantis. I know what to do. Let me put this on the bow. Can I? Oh, the Chaudin, no. Look at the arrow. Shoot the arrow. Shoot the arrow at the Chaudin, please. With amazing accuracy, far more than you would have expected from such a primitive bow, you lose the arrow at the monster. Thank you for being a magical arrow. The arrow penetrates straight through its heart and the beast falls dead before a drop of its blood can fall. Unfortunately, the arrow has buried itself so deeply in its creature it can be retrieved. No. No, I want it. What do you mean? A mountain inside from the forest rises from the forest here. A mountain rises from the forest here. A cave leads into it. Just outside, the terrifying monster stands guard. Oh boy. Okay. Cave. The cave looks like a wound in the mountain. Like a gigantic boulder was ripped from the wall, leaving a ragged hole behind it. Okay. Chaudin. Chaudin looks more disgusting dead than alive. Even though it's theoretically no longer dangerous, you give it a wide berth anyway. The arrow, although surely decades old, looks as new as the day it was made. It's currently lodged in the carcass of the monster that it slew. Take. The arrow has lodged itself deep in the carcass of the Chaudin. You can pull it free. If only the corpse was small enough to take with you, you could eat Chaudin steak every day for weeks. Okay. Okay. Keep going. You walk toward the cave, but a familiar wave of fear washes over you. The leading weight of terror pulls you to your knees. You can force yourself to enter the opening. It's lit up! It's lit up! It's lit up! Zivna's stone is a remarkable in shape. It glows a slight green and tingles to the touch. It's right there. So I have to do this. Okay. Null water. I just saved after all. The water has already been transformed. Okay, drink. Okay. Go in. Stalagmites and stalactites with sharp knife edges stipple you in the cave. In the midst of them acts of patience for you. Crush the stone. You press on the stone and it collapses in the palm of your hand like a wad of paper. The green glow explodes around you, blinding you. When the spinning colors fade, you see that somehow the stone has summoned Zifnab, mounted atop his dragon. You're so stunned by the sight that you drop the bottle you carry to the cave floor where it shatters. No! Sang-drax hisses with anger and disbelief. His fury takes control and is enlightening, quick. He lashes out at the pair. He tries to bury his fangs into the neck of the new dragon to inject his deadly venom into his body, but Zifnab's dragon is too fast. He raises a claw across Sang-drax's face and forces him back into the cave wall. The impact shakes the cave and stuns Sang-drax. The good dragon takes the opportunity to place Zifnab out of the harm's way, but Sang-drax runs up and pounces while the other dragon's back is turned. His back claws rips through the thin membrane covering the good dragon's wings. When the good dragon finally forces sang-drax away, he is left with strips of loose flesh hanging from the bones that once supported his glorious wings. He reaches from sang-drax, dragging his wings and leaving a trail of blood behind him. Sang-drax lands and positions himself for the death blow. Sang-drax leaps, but Sifnat's dragon dives beneath the attack, less wounded than he appeared to be. He sinks his teeth into Sang-drax's exposed underbelly and tears a sizable chunk of flesh from his chest. Sang-drax screams and races away from the fight towards the back of the cave. He sinks into the darkness until all you see are two red glowing eyes.
You haven't beaten me. When I've led Zar to the vortex, he'll reform the world and this place will be no more. I don't think you'll survive. But if somehow you do, we'll meet again. And then I'll have my revenge.
The red eyes wink out and Sang-drax is gone. Oh man. We lost some items, that's true. Back to the fear. I cannot proceed from here. Look around. Stalagmites and stalactites with knife-sharp edges steeple the cave. Seriously? Where? The dragon's beauty is marred by horrible red wounds along his back. His eyes are half lidded, not in sleep this time, but in pain. The dragon is very total, his infra communicates enough about them. Sì. A curious character, this Zifnab. He is undoubtedly a Sartan, but doesn't behave anything like you expected. Most of the time he seems confused, out of sync with reality. However, you begin to sense that this may be an act, put on perhaps, for your benefit, to cover what he really knows. He wears a worn robe and a beat-up hat that has seen many years of abuse. He also sports a flowing white beard.
And I was just getting into the shower. You call it the most inopportune times, Haplo. You've a knack for getting into trouble, my boy, and this is a doozy. My. Face to face with the embodiment of evil. You've had a full day. And look what happened to my dragon. I'm afraid this is going to have to come out of your security deposit.
That's all the rock did? Summon you here?
What did you expect it to do? Wasn't that enough? I think that I did a mite better than you would have in this fight. Well, I did have a little help. Nonetheless, we saved your bacon, and I think we deserve a little gratitude.
My thanks, Zifnab. I appreciate your help.
Of course you do. It's always nice to have the side of good rescue you from certain death. Every time it happens to me, I get goosebumps. There's nothing better, I tell you. Except maybe a really good pastrami sandwich with extra mayo.
No, don't make me famished, no. No, don't make me think. No. No, stop it.
I could have taken that dragon.
Well, you may get your chance. Remember, sang-drax is still on the loose, and my dragon doesn't look like he'd survive another direct confrontation. It may be up to you after all. I'm glad you have so much confidence. I'd be willing to take odds if you'd like to wager on your success. I'll give you, well, let's see, 300 to 1. Sound fair?
Okay.
Why did you let sang-drax escape?
I didn't see you there slugging it out with sang-drax. I think my dragon did an admirable job in driving him off. Sang-drax is weak and desperate. He'll be much more likely to make a mistake now.
Okay.
Where did the evil dragon go?
He slipped out the portal. You see, thousands of years ago, Sama hid the magic portal to the vortex in the labyrinth, here in this cave to be exact. He figured that it would be the safest place to do so. No one would come back into the labyrinth to find it. The portal leads directly to the outskirts of the vortex. We must assume that sang-drax has already escorted Zar there. In fact, they'll probably go directly to the floating island. Very soon, Zar will begin the reformation, unless we stop him.
Is your dragon all right?
He doesn't look good. Sang-drax did quite a job on his wings. He got his comeuppance, though. Did you see those wounds on his face and chest? Those will smart for a few hundred years, mark my words. He won't even be able to change form to heal them. When you get wounds like that, they stay for dinner.
Alright.
What do we do now?
Well, that's simple. We go after him. We have to stop him before he leads Tsar to the center of the vortex. They have all of the seal pieces which you were so kind as to supply, so nothing stands in the way of the Reformation. Whenever you're ready, I'll take us through the portal to the vortex.
It's the only thing I can do after all.
Alright, I'm ready to go. Take us through, Zifnab.
Very well. Climb up on my dragon and I'll take us all through. My dragon is wounded, Mr. Insensitive. Why don't you get rid of some of that heavy junk that you've been toting around? It'll make the trip that much easier for him.
No! With a shrug, you go through your belongings and toss aside everything that appears useless. After you've done, Zifnab doesn't say anything more about it, so you guess that you're offloaded enough. You and Zifnab mount a wounded dragon. Zifnab traces a complex spell which grows to a glowing hoop in space, large enough to even accommodate the dragon. Painfully, the dragon steps through, and a thunderclap later, you arrive at the edge of the vortex. This ledge looks like the swirling vortex. Somewhere in the mist, an island floats above the center. Oh my goodness. Ay, 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 ay. Time for the interconnection. Here we are. So let's look at everything. Look at the platform. A platform shaped like a complete world here sits on the ledge. Paths. The paths are chunks of rock that are suspended over the vortex. Some float close enough to permit jumping within them. There doesn't appear to be much logic to their placement. Can I talk with you again?
An impressive sight, don't you think? Hasn't changed a whit since the old days. Actually, after the initial shock of being in another reality wears off, it's kind of boring. There's
No.
that goes on forever and the sinkhole, that's pretty much it. No continents, no convenience stores, nothing.
You were here before? Does that mean you were on the original council?
I never said that. I think Sama sent me a picture postcard that said, "My esteemed leader went to the vortex and all I got was this lousy postcard." The picture was really nice though. It really did this place justice. It must have had, 256 colors.
Super VGA. Shit, you never said that. I wonder if Zifnab is the name of one of the others after a different name. Who could be? Okay, it might be Whalith, the Spice Politics, Water Spell, Magical Knowledge. If it's Whalith, You are Whalith, that's what I'm saying.
Where are Czar and sang-drax?
Isn't it obvious? They're on the island floating over the sinkhole. Even now they are preparing for the Reformation. It shouldn't be long until they start the process.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's follow them.
It's not that simple. They had all of the seal pieces, so they were able to use the magic platform. That's how the council members transported themselves over in the first place. The world seal, or in this case all of the pieces, are set upon the platform. It automatically takes anyone standing there over to the island. Since we don't have the seal pieces, we can't follow them.
Why can't your dragon just fly us there?
Look at him! His wings were shredded in the fight with sang-drax. He wouldn't even be able to lift off. No, my dragon isn't a way to the island.
What about those stone things that kind of look like paths? They reach almost all the way to the island. Can we follow them?
Very good, Haplo. You're very quick. Those stone things are indeed known as the paths. We Sartan introduced the island to the vortex. When we did so, we flawed the perfect magic that existed here. The reaction rippled through the reality. Other flaws began to appear. They manifested themselves as the paths.
What does it mean?
The paths are made of wild magic, chaotic magic. They are unpredictable. They are even dangerous, but they are the only way to the island left to us. You can use them, but you must be aware of a few things.
What does it mean?
First, you must travel alone. I cannot go with you. Never has a journey succeeded when there was more than one participant. Second, the wild magic may manifest in other strange ways while you walk the paths. I can't tell you what you might experience. It's different for every traveler. Simply beware and be careful.
Oh shit.
What will I do if I get to the island? I don't have a magic stone to defeat sang-drax anymore.
You want me to tell you everything? Maybe you should try thinking on your feet. Well, my guess is that sang-drax has probably taken your form to lead Tsar through the Reformation. If you catch up with him, you'll have to convince Tsar that you're really you.
Oh,
then
shit.
you have to convince him not to go through with the Reformation.
How can I convince him that I'm me? I have to use magic? I got an idea.
sang-drax, well, he probably won't like you interfering, so he might try to kill you. Don't let that stop you, though. Get in there, Slugger. The whole team's behind you.
It looks like
Way
it's...
behind you.
Okay.
I'd better get to work. Time is running out.
That's true. You'd better get going. I wish I had some popcorn. This is gonna be some show.
Wow, okay. I didn't expect this game go for something so big as this. So I cannot travel the paths unless I can put this on, no? Put the pendant on the... remove the pendant. You're not wearing the pendant, okay? Put the pendant on the platform. The pendant on the platform doesn't help. Only the pieces of the World Series and Zara has them. So... I have to travel. Those pieces are not enough. Marker? No. Crystal fragment. Ah, shit. You are one of the magic paths. A stone arch looms ahead. Beyond it stands someone who looks exactly like you. This is how I look like? My double? Told to. Another Apple simply repeats everything you say at the same time you say it. Actually, it's pretty annoying. Use magic on the double. Spell. Unravel illusion. You trace the rune structure in the air. As soon as you complete it, the spell traces towards your double, but stops and dissolves as it passes through the arc. Something about the arc keeps the magic from reaching him. You cannot direct cast your spell on your double. Your double traces the same spell in the air, but reversed like a mirror. The spell he tries to cast isn't real, so it doesn't work. You are on one of the magic paths. A stone arc looms ahead. Okay. A stone arch looks ahead. Beyond it stands someone who looks exactly like you. Your double looks around. Look at the path. The arch, the path. The paths are chunks. Same thing. Floating island. The Sartan-made island floats over the center of the vortex. 4 pillars of stone tower above it. And you think you can just make out 2 figures walking on its surface. The double stares closely at the floating island. It's amazing. This man looks exactly like you. He wears the same clothes, carries the same possessions. He mirrors your every action, everything you do he does. But it's done by a mirror image. When you move your right hand, he moves his left. Your double stares closely at you. Shit. Look at the arch. A stone arch separates you and your double. You stand on one side and he on the other. Your double stares closely at the arch. My double stares closely at the arch. Take the arch. You exert pressure on the stone arc, but it doesn't budge. Your double tries to take the arch. The shear on the arch. You put the shear against the arch but nothing happens. Your double tries to put his own shear on the arch. We're dependent. You sleep the pendant over your head. Your double copies your action exactly. Oh, shit, what do I do? Give the bow to the double. Your double doesn't pay any attention to the bow that you hold towards him. Your double owns his own bow towards you. The magic on the arch. Unravel illusion. If you cast a spell on the arch, but evidently there was no illusion there. Either that or it's more so clever than you. It double traces the same spell. Okay, the spell it tries it is not real, so it doesn't work. Magic on the arch. Identify. Identify the arch. Something about this arch stops all magic spells from passing. It doesn't hamper the movement of physical objects. It simply prevents you from directly casting spells upon your double. Your double traces the same spell in the air. It casts successfully. His expression is thoughtful as he ponders the result. Ah, shit. It literally does the same face I'm doing. It doesn't hamper the movement of physical objects. There was something about that in one of the journals. I have to write, what was it? It's an illusion. It is an illusion. Usually it doesn't stop physical objects. It's an illusion. Share. Share to the devil. No. It doesn't stop physical objects. How the shit do I do this? No. The fragment. Fuck, it doesn't stop physical objects, huh? Can I go back? Okay. Talk to you.
Are you still here? I thought you had a world to save or something like that. Better make this quick. I've got a dentist appointment soon.
I'm off again.
You've been off since I met you. Now get in there and win it for the Gipper!
Okay, damn it. I don't know. I don't know exactly what to do. What? No. Cast magic on the double. Self-immolation? Do I risk killing myself with this? It traces the rune structure into the air as soon as you completed the spell trace. I risk... What if I cast it on myself, I'll die. If I cast a self-immolation on myself, this is risky. Like an artist, you carefully draw the rune structure in the air. It floats close and slips inside your chest. Instantly, it feels as if your heart has caught fire. You scream until the fire eats away your lungs and throat. After that, you don't have much to scream about or with. So I have to manage to... Wait. What the fuck does this mean? The only thing I can think, but I don't know how to mirror it. Let me... Can I wear this pendant? Use magic on the pendant. Can I cast the self-immolation spell on the pendant? Yes, cast the spell on the pendant, but the spell won't work unless I'm inside yourself. Doesn't work. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. This is complicated. How do I cast a spell without dying myself? This is not easy. Let me tell you this much. Shit. I don't understand. What do you mean? What the fuck? How do I do this? I do not gain anything from this. I do not understand. I do not get it. I do not understand anything about this. How do I cast a spell that kills me? How do I cast a spell that kills me without dying? How do I cast a spell that kills me without dying? How do I do that? Honestly. Can I talk to him? The other Aplo simply repeats everything you say the same time you say it. Actually, it's pretty annoying. Okay, that's fair. So... How the fuck do I trigger him to killing himself? Oh, that's the trick, no? I have to do something about this. Let me look at him. It's amazing, this man looks exactly like you. He wears the same clothes, carries the same possession, he mirrors your every action. Everything you do he does, but if done by a mirror image. When you move your right hand, he moves his left. Your double stares closely at you. Oh shit. Mirror? I don't have a mirror. I have to use a mirror to... Ow. Can I cast this on the crystal fragment? So he does it opposite the self-immolation. Your dam tries the same spell, but reversed like a mirror. The spell he tries to cast isn't real, so it doesn't work. Oh wait, fuck! I got it! I need to be very careful. Oof. Alright. I think I got it. I need to cast the spell of self-immolation, but do it opposite. Mirrored. How in the fuck do I do that? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So I do... oh shit, I don't know. I need to look at it. How is it in the opposite? Okay, this one goes here, and this one goes here. Okay. Let me remember those symbols. Okay, so... I forgot the symbols. Wait, no, okay, I screenshotted them. Anyway, so... just to be safe. Okay, let me look at the screenshot. I did, it's this. Then it's this. Then it's... no, no, undo. What goes in the middle? Let me look at it again. This one. And then it's this. No, that's the same. Then it's this. That should be it. Is it these symbols? Okay, well, let's hope. You cast the nonsense spell into the air? Oh, of course this spell does nothing, but your double cast the spell mirror image. This does happen to be a real spell. In fact, the spell he cast is self-immolation. It dives into his body and burns it to ashes. His clothes and possessions fall to the ground. Oh. Let's look at the ashy remains. The ashy remains of your double sit inside the pile of clothes and possessions. Can I rummage? Talk to. Talk to yourself literally, since the other you isn't talking back. Search. You search through your double's remains and discover the duplicates of everything that you carry. Oh. I don't need the duplicates of everything, do I? Wait, can I put the share on the share? You knock out the connecting bolt from one of the blades and slap them both together. The result is a complete set of garden shears. Alright. It's a set of all rusty garden shears. We've been using items and stuff that I've learned since the very first thing. Okay. Okay. I have double the amount of items now. That's so funny that I have the doubles. But mirrored in order. Alright. Greenish green slimy tentacles snake out from somewhere below the path. They twitch and reach out for you. The same description. Look out at the paths. That's at the path. No, the paths. No, that's the same. This is it. There is nothing. 49 tentacle. A culp of grayish, greeny, slimy tentacles reach out from beneath the stone path. Okay. You take a swipe of one of the tentacles and miss completely. Tentacle with shears. So that's one of the swine tentacles miss completely. Swipe one of the swine tentacles and miss completely. No, not this one. Not this one. What the fuck? Which one? Uh-oh. And what do? I just move forward? Tentacle whips out from under the path. It wraps around your leg and tugs at it. You feel you might be able to pull away, but if you move forward, you'll enter a whole nest of them. So, cut now. Aye. With a quick snip, you cut the tentacle away, but another whips around you. With a quick snap, you cut the tentacle, another whips to around you. Aye. With a quick snap, you cut the tentacle away. The ichor cover stump draws back under the path along the remainder of the tentacles. The creature has evidently had enough. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The floating island is suspended over the center of the vortex. Circular fracture in the center has 4 spires along its perimeter. You come upon Lord Zar standing in the center of the island. He holds all of the sealed pieces in his hands and is closely examining the focus. Off to one side you see his sang-drax in your form watching patiently. On your arrival, Zar's head snaps up and he regards you in shock and surprise.
What are you? Some kind of phantasm born of the vortex? I can feel the wild magic around us. Are you part of that?
I am no phantasm. I am the true Haplo. Your companion is a dragon who has taken my form to trick you into destroying the world. He has tried his best to keep me from following you here, but here I am. You must stop what you are doing, my lord. The Reformation will not be what you expect. Many will die, including our own race.
Okay, let's see what the response now.
My lord, it's obvious that this is some trick, some manifestation of the Vortex's wild magic. Why it spouts lies to stop you from claiming your rightful heritage, I don't know. But don't spare it a thought. Continue with the ritual, and I will deal with my double.
Uh-oh. Sang-drax's eyes flash red as he turns to you with a grin that shows razor-sharp teeth. The scar left by its Zifran's dragon on his face only makes him more menacing.
What you say makes sense, my son, but something about this doesn't ring true. Can you prove your words? Are you the real Haplo? Or is this, as my companion claims, just a hollow trick?
Fuck. How do I prove that? How do I go about proving that? Yeah, I don't know.
It's no trick. I can prove I'm Haplo. Remember our conversation about heart rooms? They name us. They give us our magic. They are the center of our beings. If they are torn or broken, we fall ill. We cannot function. I show you mine, unbroken. I challenge my double to do the same.
Alright. Okay, yes, you rip open your shirt to reveal your heart room.
Of course I can show you my heart room. And why not? After I've done so, I'll eliminate this annoyance so that you can complete the Reformation undisturbed, Lord Tsar. I live only to serve you.
With the promise of death in his eyes, he opens his shirt. Only when he has done so, he realizes his mistake. The wound taken from Zifran's dragon lashes across his chest, straight through his heart rune. Not only is the rune broken, but much of it is missing. Uh-oh.
So much for subterfuge. I prefer to be direct anyway. My lord, you will complete the Reformation. If you do not, I will kill you. It's your choice.
Sang-drax screams in fury and Zar motions for you to join him inside the circle. No sooner have you positioned yourself alongside your lord as Sang-drax hisses at both of you, his eyes glowing blood red.
Very well, Dragon. I will continue the Reformation, but only because it suits my purposes as well.
Zar stares at Sang-drax as if saying him for the first time. He stands for a very long moment and considers, then finally speaks.
Excellent. Get on with it then.
Zar takes a moment to ponder his options, then carries the fire seal piece to his spire's counterpart. Quickly he slides the piece into the monolith's face. That very second, the entire island outside of the protective circle where you stand erupts in flame. A storm of fire whirls and batters the ground. Sang-drax, caught in the sudden maelstrom, screams in agony. You quickly lose sight of him behind the curtain of flame.
That should take care of our friend, eh? Tell me what's happening here, Haplo. Quickly, if you don't mind. It seems that I have been misinformed. The Reformation is not what I wished it to be. I must change my plans.
Thank you.
We will bring about the interconnection. The worlds cannot survive without it, but the Sartan's strength is severely depleted. It is as nothing compared to ours. After we have connected the realms, we shall invade them, wipe them clean of the Sartan influence,
No!
and take our rightful place as rulers. Attend me, my son. I've placed the focus over the starting rune of the Reformation. While you gather the remaining seal pieces, I have to move it back to the interconnection starting rune. I'm lucky that my research indicated which rune this was. Otherwise, I might not know how to bring it about.
Zaro squats over the focus, scans the surface of the floor and prepares to move the floating frame to another rune. Oh no! Suddenly, sang-drax head burst from the curtain of flame. He has reverted to his original form, that of a fire-breathing dragon. Before completely impervious to the effects of the storms wielding around him, he loses a tongue of fire at Zar's chest. The blast leaves nothing but a blackened hole, and Zar slumps to the ground, dead.
Now it's your turn, patron. Unless you decide to be more cooperative than your master.
Shit. I've got there 4 of the 5 runes. I have got double of elements here. Shit, what the shit. Can I talk with him? I'll do another save. The final confrontation. Can I talk with him?
Do it now, patron. Put the Nexus seal piece in the focus and have done with it. If you feel any reluctance, look at your lord. He was more powerful, more intelligent, more cunning than you will ever be. And he is dead. You cannot do better than he. You cannot defend against me. I command a magic you cannot comprehend. If you attack me, I will change to a form that is impervious to it. Resign yourself, patron. Do as I ask or die. I've lost patience with you, patron. I might have spared your petty little life had you done as I asked. But it's too late. You've sealed your doom. Goodbye, fool.
Shit. Nexus seal piece in the focus. Seal piece in the focus. The wash of flame engulfs you and your body collapses next to the corpse of Zar. Dang it. Okay. The final confrontation. Ah, you cannot talk to him. Put the Nexus seal on the circle, on the focus.
Do it now, patron. Put the Nexus seal piece in the focus and have done with it.
I'm trying.
Feel any reluctance. Look at your lord. He was more powerful, more intelligent, more cunning than you will ever be.
I can put it in, but nothing happens to it.
You cannot do better than he. You cannot defend against me. I command a magic you cannot comprehend. If you attack me, I will change to a form that is impervious to it. Resign yourself, patron. Do as I ask or die.
You place the Nexus seal in the... okay, I've gone. What the fuck do I do then? What the fuck do I do? 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 Wait, is he impervious to fire? Earth spire, water. Sang-drax watches you approach the spire. Familiar now with the result, decided to stop you. The dragon rears and prepares a blast with a torrent of fire. You leap forward and press the seal piece into the indentation. It crackles and affixes itself to the spire. The firestone surrounding the pretty circle is replaced by a deluge of water. The dragon chokes back his attack with a comic gurgle and disappears behind the sheets of rain. Okay. I need his help though. Wait a second. What is this? Yeah, we are on the upper side. There is another... okay. Can I do this on him? I don't know what to do with the Nexus in the middle. Come on. Resurrection. Sorry to say, man. You gotta do it. You cast the intricate spell over the still warm corpse of your lord. You sense a rushing of air. Suddenly you see Zar's spirit pull into his body like water down a drain. His eyelids flutter open and he stares directly at you. Though he appears to be aware, there is no knife in his eyes and his face is without expression. Somewhere in the driving rain you can hear the pop and sizzle of sang-drax fire-breathing dows. You also hear a squishing, sloshing sound that usually accompanies one of his shape changes. Dude, talk to you.
The heart, the heart, the heart.
Dark keeps repeating the same phrase over and over. Maybe it is something to do with the huge hole in his chest. You see sang-drax now deep in the rain. He has discarded the fire-breathing dragon form to something that looks like a sea slug. An invertebrate gelatinous worm shape. It has to slide towards the protective circle and you. Oh! No! I am afraid! Let's put this here. Sang-drax in the form of a giant gelatinous worm crawls effortlessly through the sheets of water. Despite its slow speed, it will wheel you in moments. You press the seal piece onto the earth spire. It crackles and affixes itself into the indentation. The water stops falling, changes into rocks and boulders. They smash into the worm and it stops in its tracks. Soon you lose sight of it behind the curtain of falling earth and rocks. Oh shit. Now what? The art. What? Journal. Book. Spell book. History book. Was it this one? Is this ruined as the other book? Okay. Eons ago, the vortex was discovered. It was a place outside reality as we know it. In fact, it appeared to be reality unto itself. The power researchers realized that it might be actually magic. Air, fire, stone, water, and the labyrinth 4 to give this on the patrons. Art. What the fuck is the art? The fuck is the art? The art. I have written down also stuff. Some starting rune, Dimitri's rune, Orzef rune. What art? The art. Orzef, okay. Some starting rune, okay. Dimitri's rune. Left field interests. Orzef rune. Okay. That's some. Orzef rune. Last 5 days, closest advisor. Lornai. Tension to Itsama. Philosophical difference. Taylor. Youngest inventive. Whalith. The spice politics, water spell, magical knowledge. The art. Spite, no. Joseph was involved in much of the mechanics on the art. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Oh, you almost hear an unrestricted thumping and squishing of stone and earth sinking the sickening soft body of the Sigla. Then it stops. The falling stones strike only the ground as if the worm suddenly disappeared. Wait a second. Let me put this in. The rocks and boulders fall straight through sang-drax vaporous form, slowly ominously floats towards you. You set the seal piece inside the air-spite indentation, it crackles and affixes itself there. The rocks stop falling, but the gale wind range around the protected circle. It feels as if you are standing in the eye of the tornado. The ghost dragon is caught in its wind. The wind scatters the smoky form until it vanishes. Move the focus. The art. Help. The object here is to position the focus over the correct starting room for the spell. You can move the focus over a room by clicking on the desired room tile. The focus will move over the rune automatically, then click on exit to return to the game interface. Also pick up the focus by clicking on it and then move it around with the mouse. The focus is in position that you want. Drop it by pressing the left mouse button again. If you drop the focus between two runes, you will track to the nearest one. Exit to return to the game interface. The art, which ones? Sama... This, which one's this? This is Dimitri's rune. This is... this one is Whaley. This is Sama. This is Sama. Yeah, this is too long. It's the same. Sama. Lornai looks like... Is it this? No. Wait. This one? This one is Tyler. No. Elite. Oh, what is Orzef? Ask for this present advisor, youngest inventive. The art, the art, the art. What the fuck does it mean? What the fuck does it mean? The art, which one? Where is the guy? Ah, here it is. This is instead Orzef. Which ones of this is this? The art. Which one? Some starting rune doesn't count. Doesn't have description. So Dimitri, left field interest. Orzef, last 4 days, closest advisor. Lornai, tensions with Sama, philosophical differences. Tyler, youngest inventive. Whalith, despise politics, water spell, magical knowledge. This is the starting one. I have one chance to do this. I already died a couple times. How do I go about this? How do I go about this? Which one of these 6 is the art? Some starting rune? It was positioned over the starting rune already. Which was... this? No, this is not. And what position about? This. This is Dimitri's rune, left field interests. That's not... no, they have moved it. It was positioned over the interconnection, but they moved it, so it's not... it was moved over the Sanderin. Right, it was moved over the Sanderin, so that's not it. So Dimitri cannot be. Dimitri is the starting room for the Sanderin. Okay, not the Sanderin. The... repossessing... where is it written? Repossessing... no... interconnection, right. All my notes. Sanderin. The interconnection. We will find the interconnection, not the reformation. So, okay. Dimitri is the reformation room. I understand that now. Sama is the Sanderin starting room. So we can eliminate those two. So Sama and Dimitri, no. This one and this one are no go. So all that remains is Orzef, Lornai, Tyler, and Whalith. The notes in the book say that. Okay, Orzef is last 4 days closest advisor. Lornai is tensions with Sama, philosophical differences. Tyler is youngest, inventive, well it despises politics, water spell, magical knowledge. Ma Orzef says last 4 days. Closest advisor, the art, close to the art. Okay, here we go. This one. Orzef's rune, last 4 days, closest advisor. Orzef's rune, it must be this one. Last 4 days, closest advisor, close to the art. Close to the art. Yes. The winds scatter the ghost dragon for good, it seems. You can find a trace of snag anywhere. Perhaps the storm is trying to take care of him. No, let me put this one in. Please tell me this is right. Oh? What's going on? Uh-oh.
You're all out of seal pieces, patron.
I've got one more, dragon.
You lost your ability to fly? Goodbye! See you soon, never!
When you drop the Nexus seal piece into the focus and ignite the interconnection spell, magic flows through the runes of the island and connects the elemental spires. Sang-drax, unwisely attempting to break through the magic field in order to stop you, confronts the brunt of its power. It proves to be too much, even for the incarnation of evil, and the explosion hurls him into the swirling vortex, hopefully never to be seen again. You've connected the 5 realms. Perhaps now the worlds can function as planned, and their inhabitants can not only survive, but flourish. Yet you ponder one particular unrealized goal of your lord, namely the release of your people from the labyrinth. With time, and the aid of the Sartan, you may be able to see this dream fulfilled. But that must wait for another day.
Yeah.
You've completed Deathgate.
What?
You've saved the realms from a fate worse than death. And while doing all of this, you scored 1,500 out of 1,500 points. Congratulations.
I did the maximum? I really... Could you have done less than the maximum? I can believe it, I did the maximum. I did the maximum amount of points. Is it just that you do automatically the maximum amount of points? Or there is really any extra? Because it was voiced. Is it voiced for a certain minimal amount of points up to a maximum? I don't believe it, but yes. After taking 2 full pages of hints and a couple diagrams that I had to do at the end, I didn't do it at the end, it was mostly wordy hints. Mattea, closest advisor, close to the art. Every puzzle had a solution in the game. Yeah, this was that's impressive. As far as classical point-and-click adventure games, aka not with combat, not more ambitious than pure point-and-clicking, this might be the most impressive yet. Well, there is one other one that I think is better. If I remember it, it's been a long while since I've played it. Boy, I was a child. And I don't think I've ever done everything there is to do in it. What that means? Well, I know what it means, but we'll see it when we get to it. But this one is pretty amazing, I have to say. This one is pretty amazing, I cannot deny it. I cannot deny it. Denying it would be stupid. It is worthy, but it leaves a lot for you. It doesn't give solutions on what you need to do. The words only give hints, then you have to do stuff. Unlike Companions of Zent. So that's impressive. And the soundtrack is amazing. It is exactly what I wished was Companions. And also it had companions accompanying you. It kind of is impressive. What's happening? That gate. Oh, it closes itself. What a classic situation. It closes itself. So, that's, I guess, the game wants to end, so we'll give it an end. Alright, then, we will see. We will see each other again on Friday, since that gives me the opportunity to do some stuff tomorrow that otherwise I would have been really negligible about. So that's good. But yes, I will be able to do some stuff. But yes, I didn't expect to finish it today yet. I thought that the final realm would have been big, but since it's underwater it made sense. Also, I'm actually kinda glad that I finished it today, so that actually we get a game that doesn't go for too long over time. Yeah, it's good as it is. We don't want it too much. Okay, so I am surprised by this game. Yes, this game was quite amazing. So, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? It's very late, I don't have time to start anything. No, really, no. And also I stream 3 days in a row and I want to relax a little bit. And then I will think about having to work tomorrow, which is good, otherwise I will have to do it on Friday. Instead, we can come back on Friday and stream again then. Maybe something short, just to cap off the week. So, that gate is over with a big finale. Big finale, long, big finale. Certainly they didn't skimp on it. No, I have to admit they didn't skimp on the finale, which is something I always complain about in these adventure games. Not always. Also, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade was a point and click with a big finale. Pretty representative of the movie, even more in depth for certain things. But yes, we will see each other Friday. And until then, only one thing can be said. And that thing, as you know, it is ciao ciao!